Good afternoon, live from the Circus Sports at the Main Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Ross Johnston. Josh Heupel and the Vols landed a huge commitment yesterday, and five-star running back David Gabriel George is out of the Baylor School in Chattanooga. DGG is the number 2 ranked running back in the 2027 class and currently the 10th highest rated recruit in Vols history, according to 247 Sports. In NFL news today, the Raiders announced that they signed number 1 pick Fernando Mendoza to his rookie deal. It is 4 years worth $57 million with a 5th-year option. We've also had our first training camp injury as Cameron Wolfe reported that Panthers linebacker Nick Skorton was carted off at practice today with a torn ACL. Jim White also reported that the Tennessee Titans have placed right tackle J.C. Latham and safety Amani Hooker on the physically unable to perform list. For all your foundation repair and your waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans of Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Welcome in. It is the Thursday edition. Hope you're having a great day. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. It is a beautiful day in Tampa as we continue our coverage of SEC Media Days in Tampa, presented by Wholesale Supply, built to supply, trusted to deliver, and by eSpaces, exceptional office space for every business, locally owned and operated for every business. Visit eSpaces.com. Lot going on here at SEC Media Days, and who do we have? My brain is so fried. We've got Ole Miss in the building.
Yes.
No. Mississippi State.
Don't make that mistake. Yeah, woo.
These guys are going to
It's
jump.
because Lane's
me.
here. That's why you said that.
Yeah, probably. LSU, Arkansas, and
By the way, Ole Miss was yesterday. They totally ghosted us. We were
They
supposed to have them.
Dog walked us.
Nobody called us. Nobody responded to the email. Nobody texted back.
How dare y'all in our
Just
They
flat
gave-
out ghosted us.
they gave us a time too. It's not like they didn't respond to our request. They did.
No. They were like, yeah, you're going to have this person and this person at this time.
That was Alabama.
Oh, Alabama didn't respond
Alabama
at
didn't
all.
respond
Yeah.
to us at all.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't.
They were also.
I don't ever.
I never expect them to respond anyway.
I almost appreciate that more than, hey, here's the
Scheduling
time.
it, and then I was talking to a Mississippi station, and they were supposed to have Coach on, and they just got ghosted.
them too.
And that's their like hometown station over there.
Gotta take that home.
Yeah.
They're not doing it.
Also Texas in the building today. So Sarkisian, Arch Manning. This is a big year for Steve Sarkisian, man.
Absolutely, it is.
Number one, we all know how good that roster is, right?
So
Number
does
two,
he, the way he talks.
so does he, and he's telling everybody.
Yeah.
So
I don't think I would have done that.
talk
I'd
about
have
setting.
pulled the Lane Kiffin.
Talk about setting the expectation level, and you know the common thought around here is Texas is in the playoff, but can they win it all?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just an assumption that they're in,
They
and that
gotta,
schedule's tough.
Yeah, the schedule is tough, but until they get to playing the collection of talent that they got, and what we know they can do, if everybody is pulling in the same direction, they supposed to.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like that's. Yeah, I mean on both sides of the ball, man. They are complete. But man, if they don't show up, that's why the question for me every single time is, how long does it last? Because if Sark can't go get it done, they're spending too much bread down there not to be able to get to that college football playoff final. At least
the
final.
real UT in the headlines yesterday as they get some say the number 1 running back in the country. Out of Chattanooga, Baylor. DGG commits to Tennessee, and if you've been listening to 3HL, we've been telling you that was going to happen for a couple months, and it did yesterday. That is a huge get for the Vols.
I was going to respond, but I feel like our little Vol over here that was logged on to watch the announcement an hour before it even came on.
Is that true?
I think he was on 2 websites.
Zev?
Yeah.
He was. He had two things up
I
just
had
in case.
I had my iPad and my phone.
You had a
and,
backup plan.
I thought about going in and put it on the TV just in case, just in case I missed it.
Zeph, we told you where he was going to go.
I just
Mayor
needed to
told
watch.
you
It's
a
that
month
BVS.
ago.
Explain
Over a month.
You know,
was it a month ago?
You know I have BVS.
Yeah, battered ball syndrome.
gotta
It's a,
get out
it's
of
a
it.
real thing.
Slay kept telling you yesterday.
It's
Be
a real
cool,
thing.
Zeph. Be cool.
But no.
Wasn't it a month ago that both of y'all were
Yeah.
like, yeah,
You're
he's
for
going to
sure.
Tennessee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
what
Anyway.
I
like
was told.
that commitment is so big because we were looking at it yesterday.
Yep.
The 5 stars on this offense that going into 2027,
There's 4 of them.
Faison Brandon, Tristan Keys, David Sanders who's moving over to left tackle, and now David Gabriel George. I mean,
And if
That's huge.
GMAC does win the job, then he's going into year 2 either way.
Yeah.
So, injuries
and also
aside, but-
also have had some 5-star rankings in some
Yeah,
of the
he did.
so
He did.
there's another one there. And then Mike Matthews has an opportunity to come back, and with NIL, you never know. Another 5-star. I'm just
Be a
saying.
stretch.
I just think, man.
Just saying.
Yeah,
You know the stars don't matter. It's what you turn it to.
There you go.
But still, yeah.
But yes, I totally agree with you. And I think the difference and the separator with this group is 5 stars one thing, but being able to go get the number 1 person at that position is another thing. So,
Keep them in state.
yeah, like people
too.
always, like the Vol, the running joke for the Vols is it feels like 98. It feels like 98. But the reason it feels like 98 is if you're able to get all the ingredients to make it like 98. Can't do that unless, we talked about weeks ago, you can go get these guys to tilt the scales. When you got a guy that can perform like that at quarterback, you got a guy out there on the edge that's going to win, and I'm talking about on the boundary, a receiver that's going to win, coupled with the rest of them. But the dude back there in the back in the offense that we keep on saying year in and year out, they have to run the ball. That you just went and got the number 1 running back to run the ball in an offense that can be a number 1 running guy.
We'll talk about that a little bit more later. Kiffin today hit the podium. 24 minutes. He has 30-minute window. He goes 24 minutes on a filibuster.
Yeah.
Got 4 questions.
4 questions, and one of them was obviously about leaving Ole Miss and everything. And he said, "Well, I started to watch the Hulk Hogan documentary, and I realized that I don't need to worry about what people think." He said, "Because we're all going to die."
Jeez.
And then he said, sounds like something I would say. And then he said, there are 2 people that I never thought would die, my dad and Hulk Hogan.
No.
And then he apologized. I've never heard Lane apologize
He
for anything.
apologized for the comments he made about Ole Miss.
Man,
But
man apologizing all his life, man.
Well, and now he's off social media. I know everybody saw that on social media
Yep.
that his son bet him that he
Yeah.
couldn't do it, and so he deleted
off.
the social media apps from his phone. I bet that is pretty freeing.
probably.
I bet it is.
We can't do that with our job.
No, we
so,
can't. I don't know
speaking
what
of
the hell he does in his spare time now.
Speaking of Lane Kiffin and LSU, Whit Weeks is going to hop on here in just a second. He's walking by. Coming up a little bit later, Ryan Silverfield at 3:20, the new coach at Arkansas. Frank Frangi's. We're going to have a spectacular conversation with him. We were talking with him a little bit, and he's going to talk about Florida. He's going to talk about the coaching carousel. He's going to talk about – he has inside information as to how all that went down. He's going to talk about the Jaguars as well. Kamario Taylor, Mississippi State quarterback, coming up at 4 o'clock. Jeff Levy, the Mississippi State head coach, at 4:20. Quincy Rhodes Jr., Arkansas defensive end, at 4:45. Tony Barnhart, Peter Burns, Chase Daniel, all that coming up. Stay tuned. Whit Weeks is walking over now. LSU linebacker Whit Weeks sits down at the table with us now. Whit, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
First, I'm great. Thank you for asking. First thing I noticed, man, you're walking around great, man. You look great.
Appreciate that.
It's like a green, though. It's like a how would you describe the color?
You know, we've been getting a lot of questions about our outfits, and what we kind of tried to do, me, TJ, and Trey-Dez, we kind of went with the Mardi Gras theme. So if you've seen TJ and Trey-Dez, TJ has the gold, Trey-Dez has the purple, and I got the green.
That's perfect.
Kind of, a little Louisiana flavor in there.
Yes,
It's good.
yes.
Well, I was talking about your ankle. You look good.
I appreciate
Oh.
that. My ankle feels good, too.
I'm like, I'm talking about the suit.
Yeah,
Well, let's
suit
go back to
game,
Mardi
suit
Gras. You
game
got
on point.
any Mardi Gras stories?
Not-
I went a couple
not any
times
that I
in
can
college.
share on the
yeah?
radio.
Okay.
I
We're
love your accent.
yeah.
Like, I mean, what's kind of been the response to, with you did the little series that people
Yeah.
watched and all that. What's been the response of people to you as of late in the last year?
I feel like I've kind of blown up a little bit in the last year, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
and it is weird because, like, I'm just small. I'm a kid from a small town in Georgia. Like, well, I don't know why I go to the grocery store and these people want to take a picture with me. But I like it because I'm like, all right, like if they're going out of their way to try to have a little conversation with me or take a picture with me, like I would love to just make their day and be nice to them, have a conversation with them or anybody who comes up and talks, and just kind of leave a lasting impression with them. You never know how their day's going. Maybe they had a rough week, rough month, rough year, and you can just kind of give them a little light spot.
That's great.
That is awesome. That's a
freaking
simple
Varsity
thing.
Blues.
Yeah,
That's
right.
what Hester told us. Jacob was ask him if he's seen it.
He
I'm
keeps
like,
telling me to
he
watch it.
is
I've never
Varsity
seen it.
Blues.
I've never seen it.
Yes.
Excellent movie. Excellent.
I need to watch it.
Yeah.
What was it about LSU? You mentioned growing up in Georgia.
So I grew up in Watkinsville, just south of Athens. Grew up a Georgia fan. My dad played at Georgia back in the day.
Right.
But my older brother was at LSU when I was getting recruited, so that was a major part. But also, like, a lot of people from my high school go to Georgia, and then they kind of just move right back into Oconee County. And I've always been like, the world's too big to stay in one spot your whole life. So I kind of wanted to get out the coop, spread my wings a little bit, but then also go join my brother down in the bayou.
Whit Weeks, LSU linebacker, with us on 3HL. We're in Nashville. You been?
I went up there when we played Vanderbilt this year, and I think that's it. I think that's it.
Yeah.
No, I take that back. Actually, I went when I was in 7th grade. I went to a Georgia Vanderbilt game.
Oh, you did?
In Vanderbilt, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh,
Way
yeah.
back in the day.
Opposing team fans that used to fill up that stadium.
Oh, Georgia fans fill it. Man.
Yeah. How many are you annoyed by all the questions you're getting about Lane Kiffin today?
No, not at all.
You knew
not
it was
at all.
coming?
Yes, ma'am. We knew it was coming.
Okay, yeah. So I'll give you one then.
Okay.
What's maybe something, I mean, obviously you know him really well, but what is something maybe that people don't know about him or would be surprised to learn about him?
I don't know if people would be surprised to learn it about him or what, but I think he's a very genuine dude, and he really cares about his players. Like that's the thing that kind of sticks out to me, and I know my teammates would say the same thing, is how much he truly cares about you, not only as a football player, but as a person. And like when we're out there in the Baton Rouge Heat dying during a team run, he's out there with us too. Like he's the head coach. He doesn't need to come to a workout, but he's out there pushing us in the summer when it's 100 degrees. And so to see him doing that, it's like, okay, like you really do care about the well-being of your players, and let alone from the workouts, but like just talking to him outside of ball, like he cares about you as a person and wants you to be the best that you possibly can be, and that's what he's trying to get out of you every single day, is the best version of yourself.
Love that right there. Yeah, we need insight like that. Yeah.
Boom, boom room.
Yeah, he's got to go in the boom, boom room. Let me explain this to you. The boom, boom room is a room you go in, the door's locked behind you. You only get out if you answer a series of questions truthfully to the best of your ability.
All right.
Now, I'm the judge of that. If you do that, then the door's unlocked. If not, you go to the cellar with the lost souls.
All right. I got you.
All right, cool. You agree to those terms. Here we go. We're going in the boom, boom room. Lock the door. All right, Whit, first and foremost, nickname that you go by with the fam or with your teammates or whatever, close friends.
Girlfriend.
Some people call me my Xbox name's Big Chaw, so people call me Chaw.
Hold on, Big Charles?
Chaw.
Big Charles?
Like
Chaw.
Chaw.
Like a dip.
Chaw.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Dude, that's
I
so
like
country,
that.
and I
Yeah,
love it.
Every bit of it. All right.
Let's go.
So have you ever played with that in?
No.
All right.
No.
I want to see how country you just were. Okay. All right.
That would be something.
Now, take me away from the game of football, man. What's something that if you take me on a day to the crib with you, give me a weekend of what we'll do.
A weekend or weekday?
A weekend to show me a little insight of you, how you get down away from the game.
Oh, golly. We probably start off the afternoon playing a little Wii, some Mario Kart.
All right.
That's what me and my boys will do.
Mario Kart.
Okay,
Yeah,
get
we'll
some
play some
motion
Mario
in.
Kart.
All right.
That's like old school, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
like
Yeah,
that.
the Wii.
The Nintendo Wii.
We play a lot of Mario Kart too, a lot. And then I'd say we'd probably go to like walk-ons, grab some food.
Yeah.
And then we probably end the night at my boy Bo Bordelon's house playing some cards, some
Okay.
poker.
All right.
Yeah.
Little poker.
That's
Hold
what
'em.
we'd be doing. Hold 'em, yes
Okay.
sir.
I can dig
We
that. All right.
played a little of that last night.
Nice,
did.
nice.
Yeah.
I
You
fell
didn't.
asleep.
You
I,
fell
missed-
asleep.
I fell asleep in the pool.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sometimes you
That's
got to
a
go
good
down
night
where
right
you are.
there.
Yeah.
That's a
Go
good
down
night
where
right
you
there.
are. Yeah. All right, give me something, man, that people don't know about you. Maybe a bump in the road you had to get over when you were younger, whether that be in athletics and life in general, but something you look back on and say, man, it shaped me for who I am today and at this point.
Something positive that I would say that has shaped me is my relationship with my brothers growing up. I feel like that's kind of where I developed my competitive fire because we were always competing with everything we did, video games, sports, whatever we were doing, just playing in the yard, playing with the dog, like whatever we were doing, we were always competing. And I would never be able to beat West, and Zach would never be able to beat me. Just you know how the totem pole goes. So I think that's kind of shaped my competitive nature, is just always wanting to beat them. And I'll never forget a story I'll tell you is. We used to box, so me and West would box my dad. My dad would be on his knees. This is when I was probably 4, West was like 6, and we would box
Like gloves and all?
with gloves. Yeah. My dad would just pop us in the nose. He would just pop us in the nose, and West would get so mad, and he was like, all right, well, we got to do something. Like, we got to train. So we would do push-ups in his room at night, in West's room. So I think that's where I kind of learned, like, all right, like, when you lose, like, go back to the drawing board, do some hard work, go do some push-ups.
Come back
and then
again.
come back and try to beat your dad when we're, like, 5 years old. You know?
I love that.
We had no chance. But, if we did enough push-ups, we might have got them.
Competitive juice is flowing, man. I'm gonna get you up out of the boom boom room, man. Terrific job right there.
Awesome. I appreciate
Easy
that.
work for you.
Yes, sir.
There you go, Whit Weeks. All right, on the way out, you're about to be whisked to another station now, but obviously this defense expected to be, a top 5 elite defense. What is it about this group that will enable that to happen?
Yeah. I think the mindset that this group has, along with the talent, it's something special. And one of my goals, my personal goals this year, is to bring back that nastiness of LSU defense. I remember when I would turn the TV on as a kid growing up and seeing the Honey Badger play, seeing Devin White, Patrick Queen, all those guys, like seeing those guys play, it's like dudes were scared to play them. And that's what I want to bring back to this defense. I want an offense to turn the tape on Monday and be like, holy smokes, we got to go play these guys.
Yeah.
That's what I want people to be saying.
Help the offense along for a little bit while they get their feet wet. There you go.
Sam Levitt be slinging it.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait to see you back
Yes,
out
sir.
there, man. I know it's been a grind, but
Yes, sir.
we appreciate the time. Thank you.
Awesome. I appreciate y'all.
We'll get
Good
those
luck.
Mardi Gras stories
Thank
later.
you. Yes, sir.
Whit Weeks, LSU linebacker. More 3HL next, 104.5 The Zone. United Structural Systems, USSTN.com is the website. Check those guys out. They're offering several payment options for you in July. You can get a 10% discount when you pay in full, or fix it now, pay later with 18 months, no payment, no interest, or choose the 36 months, no interest with low payment options for qualified homeowners. Man, it's been raining for seemingly months, and these guys can help you. They can reroute water away from your basement, your crawl space, your home with their interior drain systems and sump pumps with battery backups, so you never have to worry about it shutting down. When the ground swells from being oversaturated with all this water that we've all experienced, it creates additional pressure on your foundation, many times leading to cracks. So not only is waterproofing important right now, but so is inspection for your foundation for any additional damage that water may have caused. USS, dedicated to helping their customers get the repairs they need now to protect their greatest investment for a lifetime. They're dependable, they're trustworthy, they are USS. Learn more at USSTN.com. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay. Appreciate you being with us. SEC Media Days in Tampa, rolling through the Thursday edition. And we're going to talk some Arkansas football. Head coach Ryan Silverfield joins us now. Ryan, what's up? How are you?
Man, appreciate you guys having me on. Exciting morning here down in Tampa, but ready to get this thing rolling.
So do you have like 2-3 bullet points that you want to make sure it gets out today?
Yeah, it's more than anything, make sure you don't say certain things so they're not, the headlines. That's kind of the key. What I've learned quickly around here is what not to say. Right?
Don't go off on somebody when their cell phone goes off in the media room, right?
And threaten to throw a podium at a guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe I'll just throw it, just straight up, hey, you know what? Let's get this thing started the right way. I'm not going to – exactly. Yeah. That would get some attention. It'd be good.
Coach, you do have two of the I don't want to call them smack talkers, but two of the biggest smack talkers in the offseason, and Sark and Lane here today.
For sure.
So we'll see. They might take it away.
I'll let them handle – let them get the headlines. We'll just talk about the direction of our program and the excitement of our program. I think that's the one thing to more than anything.
Yeah.
There's so many unknowns with our roster, right? Almost 80 new players, a new staff. Everybody wants to keep talking about what's happened recently at Arkansas. It has nothing to do with what we're doing moving forward. And I think that's the biggest thing is, right, people say, well, that has nothing to do with us. And
so nothing to do with it.
Yeah, other than providing them a loss. Right, I think that's why we're here. And
maybe that's how you got the job, huh?
Maybe. So, listen, ultimately, let me talk about the great players that are here with us today. Let me talk about the vision and how we're going to get things done moving forward, because that's what everybody wants to know, right? Like, it's hard, and everybody has this vision of what Arkansas is. How are you going to get them and resurrect that program back to where it needs to be? And that's our job, and that's what we plan to share today.
You come across as a very affable guy and all this stuff, and we were talking with Quincy Rhodes a little bit ago, and he was like, and Babs mentioned that about you, and he was like, he's got an intensity level to him now.
Yeah.
Don't let him fool you.
It's funny because I've had, as people get to know me, and it's so interesting because there's perceptions of me, 10 years at Memphis, hey, is this guy – and even someone said yesterday, I got asked by one of the media members, like, how do you feel when people say you lack aura? I said, I don't even know what the hell that means. Because I don't dress.
Did somebody ask you that?
Yeah, and I'm like, listen, maybe I'm not very cool, but whatever. Like, I cool enough to have a good-looking wife, and and players want to play, and so. But ultimately, there is an intensity. I don't think you have got to be. I'm always on.
Yeah.
But there's the players. If you are not genuine, if you're not yourself. They don't buy into it, and so ultimately if I can go out there and just be myself, and sometimes I'm calm, cool, and collected, and then a switch will flip. No different, right? Like pregame, you'll see me pregame, like, oh, is this guy just – and I learned a lot of that. Guys, I coached under guys like Leslie Frazier, Jim Caldwell, and everybody would always say, well, those two are too calm. But, man, when behind the scenes, you see some stuff, and you're like, okay. And I think that's kind of what I learned is, like, you don't always have to be yelling and screaming, right? Because – that's what I've learned. 18 to 23-year-olds will shut that off.
Yeah.
We coach them hard. We're on them. But then when there's a time to go, I mean, my hair will be on fire. My eyes are jumping out of the back of my head. But then if I'm doing that in the middle of the second quarter, am I in control of my emotions to make the best decisions to put our team moving forward? I don't know.
Yeah, Leslie Frazier's great, dude. He was in Nashville with the Titans. For some time. But as a player, Slay went through a coaching change.
Yeah.
So when you initially meet the new guy, you can tell, right?
Immediately.
To his point?
Yeah, I thought he just said it. When you enter the room and you're not genuine, you turn them off, and I automatically get on the phone with whoever. Mom at that time, hey, I think we need to start looking elsewhere. And that's on the initial meeting, so I totally get with it. You hit it on the head, Coach.
Just be yourself. Don't be
That's
corny.
It.
I mean, I think the guys appreciate it. If they say this guy is who he is every single day, ultimately they're going to buy into the culture that they're going to help create, too. It can't always just be about the head coach.
So I have been lucky enough to cover you a bunch of times over the years, but
they have a great record. He has a great record with you.
I know. I'm pretty sure you're unbeaten.
Well, Don, guess what? Well, hey, you're coming when we play Georgia at the SEC Open. I look forward to having you on the sidelines.
That's right, yeah.
Whether you're working the game or not, buddy. Here we go.
Let's go, yeah. But, you spent a long time at Memphis. I know you had opportunities prior to when you actually left. Like, why was this the right one? And I know you watched – Norvell, and you watched the guys before you, and when they decided it was the right one. But
yeah, it goes back to even when I was an assistant there. Like people forget I left the Detroit Lions to go to Memphis, and my whole deal was when I get to Memphis, and I told Norvell because he he couldn't believe. I mean, there's wonderful opportunities. I mean, think about the guys who were on our staff. Dan Lanning was on our staff.
Oh, that stuff was.
Kenny Dillingham, right?
Yeah.
We had all these guys that have gone on and had success, and everybody says, "Why won't you leave Norvell?" And I told him, if I'm coming here, I'm gonna stay here, loyal to this place and to him. And the opportunity to then be the head coach there. When I got the job, I sat there and said, okay, and genuinely felt this is the place I was going to be at for a long, long time. And, we did right by the place. We had a lot of success. We built a lot of new things. They're just finishing, credit to those guys now. We're moving into the new stadium and the new academic, all the things. But
that you didn't get to
nah,
utilize.
all good.
Yeah.
Listen, you hope you leave the place better than you found it.
That's right.
And I had so much truly love and passion for Memphis, being there 10 years. And it was going to take the right one. As calls came in over the years, it was, man, I don't know. But Arkansas, I think it fits me.
Yeah.
Because I've done this thing. This is now year 28. And a lot of coaches will say, well, I want to go coach, maybe chase the biggest name. Or I want to go chase the biggest paycheck. For me, it's like, what's the best fit for me? And to take this job and say, this is it. And ultimately, I believe that the people, the state, that you think about this, we're it. And no knock. I've got so much respect for the other programs in the state. But man, West Memphis to Northwest Arkansas, everybody talks about the Razorbacks. You drive throughout, Little Rock, everybody's got Razorback flags, and they're so passionate about it. And then you think about the resources. If we can get them going in the right direction, what we have in Northwest Arkansas, it's the 9th fastest growing region in the country. If I can get Walmart on board, hopefully they're listening, right?
That's right.
Every time I get an opportunity.
They're there.
Exactly
the resources are there.
That's right. Yeah. Then we'll pass a lot of people real quick.
Yeah.
But, Tyson's Chicken's already stepped up, and then you got J.B. Hunt to continue to make contributions. So all these you got top 50 companies in the country. The people had no idea, and the passion of the fan base, it just fits me. And I like the idea because I know there's such a rich history of Arkansas football, a rich history. Now, the recent history, the last 3 years have not been desirable, and I understand that, but I kind of like the idea of, okay, it's my job to get it back to where it needs to be.
Okay, let me just say this first. I love Arkansas. I love like all of it. Sometimes it's hard for new coaches when they walk in with a little woo pig suey. Who was the coach
Dana Altman. He came in.
Yes.
Took the basketball job.
Did
Called
it
the
at
Hogs,
the press
and
conference.
then left. Went back to Creighton.
Yeah.
It's different. Did you practice in the mirror?
So they
with
had
your wife
yeah,
and
no,
all of that?
So they had me practice on the flight there.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. I was calling the Hogs on the plane.
That's hilarious.
And the first time you do it, you look around, you're like, yes. And now you know what, man? I'm full blown. Have drunk the Kool-Aid. I'm all part of it. Let's go. And you might catch me walking down the street calling the Hogs just because. And it's
just because
it's fun.
I love it.
And it's. But that passion of the fan base, it is unique. It's different, and there's so much pride. And I get college football teams have pride in what they do, but it's so unique.
It is,
and it's a cool college town in Fayetteville. But you got this Northwest Arkansas region, and the whole state's behind us. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Ryan Silverfield, head coach, Arkansas.
Coach, not only is the whole state behind you, but that West Tennessee part too. That's rich for you guys tapping in. How does that lead to you being able to pull some guys, too, being set there, feet in the ground, and understanding, now that I get up here, feet on the soil, it ain't much difference.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, it's unique because obviously my time in Memphis, right, we would try to recruit Nashville where you guys are based out of, and then you'd go past Nashville and people would say, wait, Memphis is way too far away, right? You start recruiting East Tennessee, and people have their thoughts about Memphis.
Yep.
Well, now we're just as close, as Knoxville is to Memphis. We're closer. Almost in Fayetteville, and so I always say, hey, you got to come out and see us. So the connections and relationships, even at our time in Memphis, we had so many players from Little Rock area,
right?
And so we are trying to really attack this region, and it's so unique, not only from West Tennessee through Atlanta, because there's nonstop flights. We're fortunate. We're one of the SEC schools that actually has a airport that has nonstops from Atlanta, so that stuff
Thanks,
helps.
Walmart.
Yeah.
That helps for sure. And then and then you think about going through and. The number of kids from the Dallas area now they're attending the University of Arkansas.
Right.
So it's we're rich in that region, but obviously we recruited Tennessee well, and we're going to continue to do so.
Wait, Jerry Jones kind of helped that, right?
Yeah.
Didn't his grandson?
His son, his grandson.
His son, that
That's right.
that helps a little bit. It's so funny we were talking, Coach, because I played volleyball at Auburn, and it was a while ago before the airport, and it would always be like every year it'd be like, crap, we got to make that trip, and it's like the scary little plane to fly into, you know, that you got to like puddle jump kind of or whatever. And I'm like, not anymore. And it's one of my favorite towns. Like, it's awesome. Is your wife enjoying it? Like, I know you have young kids, but
yeah, you know, and going back to the question of why Arkansas at the time. I got young daughters. We do, and my wife and I said, this is a place we can raise our family and be here. And you know, listen, no knock on other college towns, but it's not just a college town, but it's safe, it's beautiful. The rolling hills, like I literally after a week I was like, I should be the lead tourism. I met with the governor. I was like, do you want me to be the lead tourism salesman for the state of Arkansas?
This place is awesome.
Yeah, like let me tell you about the Ozarks and the rolling hills and the waterfalls. And so no, listen. We've absolutely loved it. You know, my wife's from Memphis. She worked in Nashville for 11 years. Yeah. So we had, when you do that and you make the change, it's got to be you can say at least, hey, this is a wonderful place to live. So it's been great. It's, you know, U.S. News and World Report named Fayetteville the top SEC place to live for 11 years now in a row. Crazy. And I think people are like, really? And then they come up and visit like, yeah. And so many of our players.
I've never been there.
You know, you get players from out of the state that come up and they're like, man, this is a hidden gem. And so it's my job, our job to, how can we get people to come up and see what we're all about?
Yep. You had any nights out with John Daly?
No, you know, we just met for the first time. And
oh, okay.
Yeah, and so, you know, maybe someone said I could have gone out with him last night. I don't know how I would have looked today.
No. You don't want to do that, Coach.
Slay's been out with him.
John Daly drank Slay under the table one night.
I tapped. Like, I can't.
Hey, how about next off season? Let's do it in like February, right?
Yeah.
I'll let him drink both of us at a table, but I'm sure we'll have some fun. But
it's a guarantee. The story's going to be phenomenal.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, no, I'm all for it.
All right, Coach, we got to talk ball a little bit, right? Yep. Even though, you know, this is more fun. But, okay, so you're, you know, offensive guru and all the things. So what do you think stresses a defense more, right? Formations, motion, tempo, quarterback decisions.
Yeah, I think ultimately let's go because – you got to be multiple as an offense, right? Yeah. But if you motion every play, there's some teams that do. If you try to be crazy with your formations, if you go tempo, there's a lot of teams in this conference that do all those things, and there's some that only focus on certain things. You know, we've been very fortunate. I think, you know, it's not sexy to say, but we've had one of the most consistent offenses in college football for 10 straight years. And people say, well, what's cool about that? But if you can have a top 25 offense year after year after year after year with a team where a quarterback's making the right decisions to put you in place, it makes you efficient.
Yeah.
And you think about this, we went 50-something games straight of 20 points or more, and that's hard to do because a lot of times you may get fighting to not get shut out and do those things. So I think when you look at an offense that's just consistent, the quarterback's putting in the right decision, that can frustrate a defense quarterback as much as anything because teams are going to tempo. Teams are going to change formations. Now all of a sudden the quarterback's putting in the right decisions. Maybe it is. Are they willing to live with 5 yards in a play, 5 yards in a play, 5 yards in a play? Oh, shoot, 50 yards. And that frustrates the heck out of defense coordinators.
I've watched it with your Memphis quarterbacks that surprise everybody and what you guys have done, you know. So, all right, your quarterback this year then.
Good question. I'll let we'll probably find out the exact same time for the coin toss for the opener. No, we got a battle between A.J. Hill and K.J. Jackson, and both are really capable. They're both young but ultra talented, very, very smart young men. So the cupboard's not bare, but we're going to work, throughout the rest of these OTAs and into camp and try to make that decision.
So what does one of those guys have to do to earn your trust as starting quarterback?
Yeah, right now they're both neck and neck. I think it's the continued decision-making, right? Yeah. Who puts us in the best place for this offense to have success down in and down out, right? Yeah. It's not the guy with the strongest arm. It's not the guy with the best legs. It's the guy that can sit there and go and down after down after down. Can they put us in that right spot? Because that's what we're going to need, right? And in order for us to be within games, we're going to have to take care of the football and make great decisions at quarterback.
My dark horse pick of the SEC is sitting right in front of us this year.
I love it. Let's go.
As long as you go to games.
Yeah, exactly right.
Right.
Silverfield's good.
I love it. Yeah. Well, Coach, thanks. We appreciate your time.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Enjoy it today.
Absolutely. Thank you all for having me on.
More 3HL coming up, 104.5 The Zone. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and
You guys hear me talk so much about Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville, and maybe with the heat of the summer you realize, hey, my windows are failing me. I'll tell you what, these windows here in Tampa at SEC Media Days are not failing them, because it is nice and cold in here, and the air stays in here. So we replaced some of our windows in our home downstairs with Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville, and immediately you could tell a difference when it came to keeping the house cool. Now, the reason I did it is because my old windows were not sealed properly. They were failing. They were impossible to clean. They were just builder grade, just not doing the job, and little bugs would crawl in the sides of them. So Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville came and replaced our windows, and they are phenomenal to work with. You will absolutely love them, and they're giving you a Dawn deal. You know, I always like to offer you guys a Dawn deal with our partners here. And for the month of July, 60% off Pella certified installations and 0% APR for 36 months. You have 3 years to pay off your replacement windows and doors. Schedule your free consultation. Ask them for the Dawn deal. Get Pellified. You can do it easily with Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville online at PellaNashville.com.
What's happening, good people? Big Slay here, man, and I gotta give you an opportunity to go and get that thinning hair or that sunroof, like I like to call it, close. That's real simple to do. You got to reach out to PAI Medical. That's WeGrowHair.com. Go to We Grow Hair, and they'll make all the adjustments that you need, and you can be exactly like you were, closing the sunroof. No one else in Tennessee has the hardest robotic FUE procedure, and We Grow Hair's high-density hair transplants that give you 2 times more hair in just one procedure. Fast 45-minute laser and PRP treatments for men and women are available, backed by the only company that I trust for thinning hair, that is We Grow Hair. So hit them up right now at 615-376-6010. This is the time, going at the back end of the summer. You need to look good, feel great about yourself going into the fall. Call them, 615-376-6010. Go to WeGrowHair.com.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay broadcasting live from Tampa at the SEC Media Days. And we're having a great time, and hopefully you are as well. Appreciate you being with us. We're going to talk a little Florida Gator football, a little Jacksonville Jaguar football. Our good friend Frank Frangie joins us now on 3HL. Frank, how are you?
Brent, I'm well. Thanks for having me here, and it's the first time we've had it in our state. This is my 37th one. I finally have a home game, for God's sake. We're waiting for a home game, so but I'm doing great.
1010 XL in Jacksonville. Where do you want to start? You want to go NFL? You want to go college? I guess maybe we should go college football since we're at SEC Media Days and
start with those Gators.
Yeah, new coach, and everybody's excited. I guess again.
Yeah. You know, I hope he's a good coach. I've got no idea. But he's done everything else right. He is excited. He's been on every podcast. If a guy walking down the street starts a podcast tomorrow, he's going to go on it. He is.
Nice.
he is.
So he's been accessible.
Very accessible, and he's a good guy. He's very authentic, Brent. He's kind of a regular dude. He's very engaging, which is why he seems to be recruiting very well. So, again, none of that matters when you start playing. But he's been good. He seems like a good dude. And look, Billy Napier was a nice guy. Yeah. But he was very bland, and he wasn't very charismatic. And I think, and when you start losing, people notice the bad stuff, right? And I think that kind of happened. But John Summerall seems to be a good dude. Every time you have him on, he makes you feel like it's his best time of his day, and so I like him.
Was the coaching search this time around crazy from your perspective, covering Florida?
Yeah, crazy doesn't even touch it.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody wanted Napier out.
Yeah.
They all wanted Kiffin. Kiffin was going to be the guy. He was going to win 12 national championships there, and everything was going to be great.
Did they wait a year too long for that?
Well,
that situation?
They might have.
Yeah.
But the whole thing was, I think Kiffin wanted to come. I think Kiffin was going to come, and I think they pretty much laid out the red carpet, said, listen, whatever you need, we're going to do this. And I think if Brian Kelly doesn't get fired, Lane Kiffin's the Florida coach. Yeah. But I think when Brian Kelly, give LSU credit, I think LSU went in there, offered more, and I can tell you, and I know this from people close to Lane, that Lane's ex-wife Layla, his brother Chris, his wife Angela, they toured. They went to Gainesville, and they spent a day and a half there. They flew to Baton Rouge. They looked at schools for the kids. They looked at the city, restaurants, the downtown. I think they picked Baton Rouge. Now I think there's more to it than that. I think LSU's offer was really good. So Florida looked up. Brent said, we're losing our guy. He wasn't calling him back. He went dark a little bit. He and Sexton both went dark on him a little. And then they pivoted to Summerall, who was about to take the Auburn job. John told me that story. And so he was close to taking the Auburn job.
Wow.
And one day later, John Summerall's the Auburn coach.
Wow.
One day later.
And
John.
So then where's Golish?
Well, who knows? Who? And I think Golish would have been at Arkansas.
Yeah.
And then Silverfield's still at Memphis.
Yeah. Silverfield, who by the way is a Jacksonville guy, so we know Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
So I think all of it. I think one day later, John Summerall is, and probably
That's
Golish is Arkansas. Yeah.
fascinating.
So that's what happened. But I can tell you, they're thrilled. And when all the Kiffin, Ole Miss stuff, everyone in Gator Nation says maybe we dodged a bullet. Well, Kiffin's a really good coach. I don't know if he dodged a bullet. He's a really good coach. Yeah. But that's how it was crazy. In our business, it's fun covering it.
Yeah.
Well, we're in talk radio, man. I want something different every day. So it was crazy the way it played out.
Were you on the phone like every day with somebody getting info? I mean, were your texts crazy? It's like 11 o'clock at night. Hey, Kiffin's family's here. You know, like it had to have been. It had to be nuts.
Dawn, that's the world we lived. And listen, we've been in this business for a long time to live that world.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. We like that world.
Mm-hmm.
But we were taught. Everybody had a guy. I got a trustee, so the trustee's telling me this. Well, I got a guy with Kiff. I mean, the truth. I won't say the name, but my two people were one trustee, because Scott Strickland had to report to the trustees.
Yep.
And on the Kiffin side, I know a coach, a really good coach who's in the NFL, okay, who was probably going to come with Kiffin because he's very close friends with Kiffin's brother Chris. So this guy's talking to Chris Kiffin every day. My trust. So and everybody, I can tell that story.
Kind of both sides.
And everybody else did too. And everybody working that story had their guys, So it was a fun story to follow. And I think LSU's gonna be really good. I think Florida's gonna be pretty good. So I think maybe all's well that ends well.
Frank Frangie, 1010 XL in Jacksonville.
So the football, that's where it takes place. That's where you got to get to run with the quarterback spot.
Yeah.
What do we see with the quarterback spot and the weapons that he has to throw to?
Yeah, Ron, I think the quarterback's going to be young.
Okay.
Whether it's Tramel Jones, who played a couple snaps last year, or Aaron Philo, who I think it'll be, who came with Buster Faulkner. But it's going to be young. The weapons are really good now.
Yeah.
Now the receivers, Vernell Brown the third, he's good. And I mean Dallas Wilson might be an NFL guy. Eric Singleton, the transfer from Auburn. They feel like the receivers are really good. But it's going to be real. We're in an age now where everybody just goes and plucks a 23-year-old quarterback, right? So Florida's going to be playing a young one, you know. So it'll be different.
Tennessee too.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll be interesting to see if the quarterback play. The weapons are good.
Right.
Offensive line's got to hold up. It's a great league. So nobody knows. I'm guessing Aaron Philo will be the quarterback. The transfer from Georgia Tech, who came with Buster Faulkner. I think he's probably going to be the quarterback. But it'll be interesting to see. It'll be fun to follow for sure.
I started with that because we know that right there is the face of the program every single time.
Right.
But what's the backbone for this team walking into it? If you had something to lean on.
Yeah, I think they went hard to keep 5 guys from transferring out.
Okay.
Miles Graham, the linebacker, Vernell Brown, the third, Dallas Wilson, Jaden Woods, the pass rusher, and I think they got the best back in the country in Jaden Baugh. Jaden Baugh is really good. He might be the best back in the country. So I think those 5 guys are kind of the foundation. I think no matter how much they want to throw it, they're going to have to run the ball. If you have a brand new quarterback who's barely played, and a senior running back who's an NFL guy, I see NFL games every week. This guy's an NFL guy, so they're probably going to need to run the football. They probably need to run the football.
Speaking of the NFL, Jacksonville Jaguars, it's funny about Trevor Lawrence. I was convinced that I was looking at his ceiling, and then last year happened.
Yeah.
And now I wonder, what can he be? Like, how much better can he be?
I think, number one, I'm biased. This will be my 13th year calling the game, so I'll preface it. My disclaimer is that I'm biased.
Yeah.
I think really good. Remember this. He went into last year, Brent, that was his 5th year, and in going into year 5, he had 3 head coaches and 4 play callers.
Yeah, it was insane.
4 play callers as an NFL player, not counting what he was doing in college. Yeah. So he had his 4th play caller and his 3rd. And the relationship between a head coach and the quarterback is so important. And look, he couldn't bond with anybody. Liam Cohen did a great job with him. Look, he was in the top 5 in the MVP voting last year. So that and he's only 26. You know, so I think he's a good dude. He's a regular guy. I'm a big Trevor fan. He's a good person. You know, he's not arrogant. He's not entitled. You know, these quarterbacks get all this money now. I mean, the money's ridiculous. They're making $55 million a year. They could become entitled. I don't know a lot of them, but I know him, and he's a pretty good dude. And he's a regular guy.
What's the fan base? Where's the fan base on him? I imagine it's very up and down.
Dawn, it's a great question. They all want him to be good.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the first overall pick. He was a generational talent. You know,
likable.
Right. When you're losing, people are mad at the quarterback.
Yeah.
When you're winning, people love the quarterback. So they won 13 games last year, so everybody loves him. You know that. But I think I'll say this. It's weird because of the stadium deal. All right, you guys know all about stadium deals in Nashville, so you're going through it, so the stadium deal. The Jags are going to play in like half a stadium this year. Like the capacity is 43,000 because they're going to be renovating the upper K. So for 1 year. Then next year the home games are all in Orlando. As they finish off the stadium, as they renovate the stadium. So then in 28, they're going to have this gorgeous state-of-the-art stadium like no one's ever seen, so we're told. So the fan base is trying to navigate 2 more games in London this year. You know, and by the way, it looks like the team might be pretty good. I'll say this. Nobody is as good as the Jaguars at having a surprisingly bad year after a surprisingly good year. Okay, I mean, 07 we were good, and then we were going to be great, and 08 we were terrible. 17 we go to the AFC Championship game, probably should have been the Super Bowl. 18 we're no good. 22 we made the great run at the end of the year, and 23 we're no good. So nobody can follow good with bad like we can. But it's a new front office. Tony Baselli is running it now. He's a really smart guy. James Gladstone, the GM, is really good. So there's a lot of hope. There really is.
So we kind of went through all the position groups in the AFC South over the summer, and talked to Cosell, film guy, about it and everything. And then we get to Jacksonville, and I look at the running backs room, and I'm like, okay, Travis is gone. Like, what does that look like? Where is kind of the thought with you guys of strength and maybe worry?
That's the biggest concern of any room on the team for me, because there's not a guy on the team that has been a full-time starter in the NFL. They like Bashil Tootin. He's a second-year player. LaQuinn Allen will probably be their third down back, and he's great in pass pro, and he does. But he's never been a starter in the league. They brought Chris Rodriguez in, who they really like. Liam had him in Kentucky, and they really liked him. but he's never been a starter. So Dawn, if it plays out the way it could be a really good room, a lot of talent. But yeah, that's a concern. They brought in Amir Abdullah, who I'm not even sure will make the team, but he's been around the league.
Yep.
They've been a veteran guy that he knows how to practice. He knows how to watch tape. The other guys are young, and so it's a young room. That would be, if you ask me, of all the position groups, what's the concern? And that doesn't mean I don't think it's going to be good. It might be really good, but that's the one I'm probably the most uncertain about, and I think that probably they would tell you that too.
Okay.
Frank Franchi with us, 1010XL in Jacksonville. How close did it come in terms of Jacksonville potentially becoming that first European team before this stadium deal happened?
Yeah, there won't be an NFL team over there.
Okay.
It's too hard. Remember, you're trying out guys every week.
Yeah.
So, how do you fly in a guy to try him out? I mean, does he have a passport?
Yeah.
Did he get a visa? There was some talk that, okay, a team will go to Europe but then have a base here. It doesn't work.
So that talk wasn't real.
There will, in my opinion, there will never be an NFL team based there. Now, if you started a second NFL and had NFL Europe, there's no way you could have a team. I mean, can you imagine the competitive disadvantage, all the trips you'd have to take? It's hard. Trips are hard. I can tell you, we've played 2 games a year over there 2 or 3 times. Now, if you're the play-by-play guy and your wife goes with you, and you get to go to Paris in between the games, it's great. Okay, just saying. Okay, but if you're not that, if you're playing, that's tough. That's hard ball, man. It's hard to be away that long, and so it's there will never be a team.
Does it frustrate the fan base that they're in Europe and missing home games?
A little bit. I think it's interesting. Jacksonville is such a small market, so to make it work financially, the teams, and I believe them. The teams have to make it work financially, the revenue stream. I want to say, think about this. I think 15% of all their revenue comes from London. Think about that. 15%. That's a high number.
Yeah.
Of all the revenue they generate, sponsorship sales, ticket sales, apparel sales, everything. 15% comes from London. So that's an important part of your revenue stream. If you're doing your P&L and 15% of it goes away, well, now, I don't know what team's bottom line. What do they make, 20, 30%? But if 15% of the top end goes away, so I think people have resigned themselves to the fact to make it work, they need London. Now, we'll see when this beautiful new stadium's built. Yeah. It's supposed to be like SoFi Stadium with the roof but no sides, and we'll see if that changes. But it'd be disingenuous to say fans aren't a little frustrated about that. I think they are. I think that's now they're only giving up 1 home game a year. But it's still 1. Yeah. So I think there's something there.
Frank Franchi, 1010XL in Jacksonville, does the Jaguars games. When you come to Nashville, come hang out.
Nashville's the greatest city ever. Okay, the best thing about the Jags is we play in the AFC South.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't love Nashville?
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. I mean, listen, it's great going to Indianapolis and Houston. And I got a lot of friends there, and they're wonderful. And I say hi, and we have a beer, and it's great.
Yeah.
We go to Nashville once a year. Nashville's freaking Nashville. But this thing should be in Nashville every year. Okay, they got the SEC tournament there every year, basketball tournament. Brent, I want you in charge of that. Let's get this thing done, okay?
Make it happen, Mayor.
To
where this thing is.
Commissioner Sankey doesn't like it when I come up to him and
he doesn't like
offer
that
advice.
Yeah.
He said, "You guys want everything."
Well, listen. I'm down in Jacksonville and I'll vote. Okay, so just tell them I'll vote for them. We love coming to Nashville, and honestly, Nashville is one of the greatest American cities, and I think the Titans are. I think the Titans are going to be. I think Robert Sala's a good coach. I think he's built a good staff. I think the Titans will be. It may not be this year.
Yeah.
But I think the Titans are probably headed in the right direction. I feel that way.
Love it.
We hope so.
Come hang out in the studio.
Yeah.
It's been rough.
It's been rough.
6 wins in the last 34 games.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. We've all gone through it. We've all trust me. I know that song in every lyric. Brent, I'm pretty sure you. So.
Frank Franchi, 1010XL. More 3HL next on 104.5 The Zone. Brentwood Jewelry, 7012 Church Street in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. You need to experience the Amamali experience. And what I mean by that is, of course, they have an incredible selection you can check that out online, BrentwoodJewelry.com. But it's the relationship that you will develop with these great folks, and you'll experience that. You'll feel that when you go to Brentwood Jewelry. They've been doing this for a long, long time. For more than 50 years, Brentwood Jewelry has been proudly serving the Middle Tennessee community with exceptional style and exceptional deals every day. As a family-owned and operated business spanning 3 generations, they are deeply rooted within the community, from Salem service and special forces to his sons serving as local firefighters. The Imamali family dedicated to giving back. Support local. Shop Brentwood Jewelry. Maybe you're thinking about popping the question. They can help you with that. Let my friends at Brentwood Jewelry help you take the stress out of selecting that perfect engagement ring. They can help you find a beautiful ring in your ideal budget. Browse their incredible selection of one-of-a-kind rings, or talk with their custom design specialist to create a stunning ring as remarkable as your loved one. Again, incredible selection. They can help you with any of your gifting opportunities throughout the course of the year. 7012 Church Street in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for more than 50 years. Visit BrentwoodJewelry.com.
Good afternoon, live from the Circus Sports at the Mid-Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Ross Johnston. Josh Heupel and the Vols landed a huge commitment yesterday in five-star running back David Gabriel Georges out of the Baylor School in Chattanooga. DGG is the number 2 ranked running back in the 2027 class and currently the 10th highest rated recruit in Vols history, according to 24/7 Sports. In Titans news, Jim Wyatt reported that the team has placed right tackle J.C. Latham and safety Amani Hooker on the physically unable to perform list. In NFL news, Ian Rappaport reported that the Baltimore Ravens have released Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia. Cameron Wolf also reported that Panthers edge rusher Nick Scorton was carted off the field at practice today and has suffered a torn ACL. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans of Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay. Mississippi State quarterback Kamario Taylor joins us now. Kamario, what's up? How are you?
I'm good, man. How are y'all?
You looking forward to this media days?
Yes, sir, I am.
How were you told that you were chosen? I mean, it's obvious being the quarterback, but how were you told?
Lil asked me, have I ever been to Tampa?
That's what he said?
And I said, no, sir, I have never. He was like, good thing you go on media day.
Aw, that's so cool.
When did you get in?
Oh, we just got here.
Oh, just now?
Yeah,
okay.
No, not just now, but like probably about an hour ago.
Yeah.
Hour 30.
I got you. What is Coach Levy like?
The guy who y'all see on the interviews, like, that's Lil every day. All about family, all about football.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Offensive mind.
Yeah. Genius.
So describe last season from your perspective. How do you feel like you got better as the season went along? Because those last 2 games individually, I know you didn't get the result you wanted, but individually, over 300 total yards both games, one against Ole Miss. How do you feel like you grew as a quarterback?
Just me sitting behind Blake and learning from Lib every day in the meetings. Got a chance to learn how to be a quarterback in the SEC, how to go about the right things, how to take care of my body, and just how to watch film. So just with me learning that, got developed over the season.
Mississippi State quarterback Kamario Taylor with us on 3HL.
Strength of your game right now, heading into this season. What do you think it is?
Strength of my game on the field. Mm-hmm. Playmaking ability.
Yeah.
My playmaking ability is crazy.
Where I love that. Where did you maybe focus in the off season? Like, okay, I watched the film. This is where I want to get better. This is where I need to develop to be, one of the top tier quarterbacks this season.
I watched my film, broke it down, just my accuracy and just all my mechanics. When I was accurate on all my throws, my feet were controlled, like up under myself. And when I weren't as accurate as I wanted to be, either I was overextending my foot or not stepping at all. So I try to focus on my small mechanics.
Shoot, that's every single NFL quarterback is still dealing with that.
We're in Nashville,
breaking it down. Yeah.
Hey, Cam Ward's working on that footwork still.
Right.
You've got to be on balance, and a lot of times you escape the pocket. That's a strength of your game. So I know you're still looking down the field, but you mentioned the playmaking ability.
Right.
Does it slow down for you in those situations?
It does. Like when you break the pocket, and once you break the pocket, like you're looking to run the ball, but sometimes you're also looking for to throw the ball. When you know you have a contained player, once you make a certain guy miss when you're on the run, okay, it's time to go. Like you can't sit around and wait because people are retracing. You got D linemen running 4.3s now, so you have to get up out of there.
Right. Which is nuts.
Don't hang around. Kamario Taylor, Mississippi State quarterback, with us on 3.
Kamario, we got a thing called the Boom Boom Room, and when we put you in the Boom Boom Room, the doors are locked. You got to answer a series of questions truthfully to the best of your ability.
Yeah.
If you do that, the door's unlocked, and you're able to go on your merry way, going back down to state and do your thing down there in Starkville. But if not, you go down to the cellar with the lost souls, man, and we trap you in there. And we may give you a little meal here and there or something, $2, $3 or something like that, a little different than NIL. You agree to these terms?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, let's roll. Lock the door. Kamario Taylor enters the Boom Boom Room. First and foremost, man, nickname that you roll with.
K1. People call me K1.
Why is that?
Because my name is Kamario. Okay. It starts with a K, and I always been number one.
Okay, all right, K1. So K1's in the Boom Boom Room. K1, give me something, man, growing up, siblings. How many siblings you got?
I have 3 siblings. I'm the middle child. Well, I'm the second born. I got an oldest brother.
Okay.
And I got 2 younger brothers.
Now, how do they push you or you push them?
It's a 2-way street.
Okay.
Like, my older brother played football at Jackson State University.
Okay.
And my younger brother that's right up under me plays football with me at Mississippi State. And I got a baby brother that's in just got to high school. So, like, it's a 2-way street. All of us play football. All of us play sports. So, like, we're very competitive, and they keep me rolling. I keep them going.
All y'all quarterbacks?
No, sir. All of us started out as quarterbacks.
Okay. And where are they now?
My 2 brothers that's in college right now, both of them play safety.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And my younger brother just got to high school. He's going to play quarterback.
So let's throw you in the backyard real quick. You know what I mean? You got to go against safeties. you got your other brother running back. So it's y'all 2 versus the other 2. Who coming out on top? Now, let's not be biased either in this K1. I need you to be truthful with me or you'll be locked away.
I got you.
Tell me how you beat them and why you beat them.
Honestly, I don't think we beat them.
That's what
I'm gonna keep it advanced.
Okay, that's what's
because
up.
my older brother, he's a freak. Like 6'4", long wingspan.
Yeah.
Only thing hands out this world. Yeah. And my brother right up under me, when he was going like the camps and stuff.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people were comparing him to Travis Hunter.
Really?
So like he's very athletic. Like they just.
Yeah.
So we probably give them a run for their money, but like at the end, I think they'll win.
That's too real. Okay, so take me away from the game for a second, man. Growing up, did you always know this is what it was? You wanted to play sports, or was it another avenue that you may have went down?
I always wanted to play sports.
I always wanted to play sports.
Yes, sir.
Always football?
Basketball. I wanted to play basketball.
Okay.
Used to go outside every morning by 6 o'clock in the morning to get my little basketball workout in. My granddad took my backboard off my goal, so I just had to shoot number net.
Man,
so I was in love with.
That's something.
I fell in love with basketball.
What a great idea!
Yeah, that's how you get down.
Man,
right, I like that right there. So, Coach Jans ever came to you guys or came to Libby and been like, "Hey, man, you got a little spot over here on the basketball. We need him to help Josh Hubbard out just a little bit. Try to get him loose. You know what I mean? Help him out."
Nah, no, sir. He hasn't. But Hub texted me a couple times to see my highlights. He was like, "You sure you don't want to play basketball?"
I already know it.
Look at that. He's trying to steal.
He's supposed to. The way Hubbard built, he need to be out there on the field a little bit too, though.
He played football in high school.
That is.
He played football.
Yeah. So, all right, man. Going in right now where you are, coming out of your season, anything you look back on that you watch film, you say, you know what, dang, I heard about you, you working on your footwork and the bottom half of your body, but anything you wanted to look at and say, man, I should have did that, or that game right there, if I would have did this different with that opportunity, it might have gave a different result.
Oh, yes, sir. Like in sports, you always going to have plays where you want what you want back. You want different things. You want a different result from that type of play.
No
but, like, I feel like the best thing that you can do is just learn from it. Like, that's why we learn history, so it won't repeat itself.
Yeah.
So that's the best thing. Go watch film, evaluate it, and just learn from it.
K1, this is my last one for you. We're going to let you out the boom, boom, room. Hold up, y'all. He cool. He all right. Get the people away from the window, you know what I mean? They knocking and asking. Hey, man, your motivation, your drive, every day when you get up, feet hit the ground, what is it that gets K1 motivated to roll?
For one, like, I feel like God blessed me with this opportunity, blessed me with the platform, so if I don't take advantage of my opportunity that's at hand, I feel like I'm not showing him that I'm thankful enough.
Yeah.
And my mother and really my family, but most importantly, my mama and my niece.
Yeah.
Like, just seeing my mama, like, what we went through growing up, I'm going to make sure she never had to do anything else ever again in her life.
K1, man, listen, man, from one single parent?
Yes, sir. She was
single parent household from another. Hey, man, you on the right track. You right there at the door, man. Keep pushing. I've been down that road, man. You got it all right there in line for you. So I'm going to let you out the boom boom room so you can get back to it, though. All right? No doubt. Unlock the door.
Kamario Taylor with us, Mississippi State quarterback, coming out of high school, 5-star player. Could have gone anywhere. Why Mississippi State?
I've been on like a ton of visits, went other places, met a lot of coaches. They're great people and great places, but it was just something about Mississippi State what always kind of drew me to it. My uncle played there. My granddad and my mom and them went to school there, so they were big Mississippi State fans. So I was always kind of around it, kind of bled into it. And like I told my granddad when I was playing basketball, though, I told him a long time ago, I was like, I'm gonna go to play Mississippi State, be a running back. He was like, Mississippi State gonna be good by the time you get to college, like, so they're not gonna want you. Like, you're not gonna want to go there. You want to go to a team that's not as good, so you can make them look like they're good, you know. So, and I never thought I was gonna end up getting the opportunity to go to Mississippi State until Coach Arnett offered me a scholarship.
That's awesome. Best restaurant.
Your
favorite restaurant in Starkville.
In Starkville. Are we talking about like homemade or
up to
whatever
you, man.
you like?
Where are we going when we go there?
I eat Chick-fil-A. I ain't gonna lie.
Chick-fil-A.
But I'm also like 30 minutes from home, so I got you. Like yesterday, my mom cooked. I was gonna go down there and get some food, like roast beef, green beans, cornbread.
Yeah.
So if I really want a home cooked meal, I go home.
That makes sense. Yeah. Hey, did I hear you call it a playoff farm?
Playoff farm, what's that?
Did he say that in the boom boom room that God bless
you
with
the
platform.
With the platform. I thought you said playoff arm, and I'm like, let's go.
That might be that.
I know.
For the playoff arm.
All right, what's your go-to hype song before a game? Because I feel like your personality-wise, you're so chill. You know, just like
it's like
he
really saying I got y'all food.
I'm like, it's kind of surprising, like that you guys may think that. But my go-to song, I'm gonna say go-to artist is probably NBA YoungBoy. But I got a favorite playlist for the game. I cut it on. It'd be a mixture of rap, YoungBoy, Lil Baby, Lil Durk, Rod Wave, and gospel music. I listen to a lot of gospel.
Really? Okay.
And Adele. I like Adele.
Really?
I like Adele.
Let's throw Adele. Man, she can sing.
Yeah.
So are you superstitious? Is there something you have to wear, do, whatever, prior to a game or season?
I'm not anymore, but in high school, I used to wear the same pair of underwear every game. Every game. Then,
but at least they were washed.
Yeah, didn't wear it to didn't wear it to game day.
Okay.
I didn't wear them to
Didn't wear them to a game day.
Yeah.
That's real.
Okay.
I thought you were saying you didn't wash them.
Oh, no, sir.
Okay, just real quick, some ball questions before we get going. Talk to me about your weapons and what you think you guys can do, who you have that great relationship with, and what this offense looks like.
This offense is going to be dynamic. My weapons are very spectacular. Honestly, we got a variety of different skill sets on the offensive side of the ball. You got Ant Evans, Mr. Reliable, not gonna drop a thing. He's a speedster also, so you got that. You got Zion Reagan, speedster. Aiden Williams, Mr. Consistent. Frisco McGee, San Francisco McGee. He's dynamic. Like when he's covered, he's not covered. It's a 99% chance that he's gonna come out with the ball. You got Marquise, a speedster. We got a lot of guys who can go in and plug in different type of ways. Grayson Harris, he's gonna be a sleeper this year. I feel like he's an underdog right now, but when he's on the field, can't no one guard him, no one at all. And we got Fluff in the backfield, Fluff and Colin.
Man.
Yeah.
He's phenomenal.
But Fluff name would it'll trick you.
Yeah, like will.
Like you would think he's Fluff, man.
Ain't no Fluff.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
He like to come downhill too, boy. Y'all ever had to argue, man? Like
me and Fluff?
Yeah, like Fluff. I got it right now, man. Fluff, like, no, you got K1, give me the ball, man.
Yeah,
Come
like
on.
when I was in the spring short yardage plays, he'll be like, man, hand the ball up, bro. I'm like, bro, I got to make my read. He was like, bro, just hand the ball.
Get the read. I am the read.
Like, that's what he'll tell me. And like Colin gonna be a shocker this year. Colin kind of reminds us of like Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Like. He's going to be one of them ones when y'all see him.
Colin Wilson.
Yeah, he's going to be one of them ones.
I like it. Kamario Taylor, Mississippi State quarterback. Appreciate the time, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, have fun today.
Yes, sir.
Good luck.
All right, good luck next year.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
More 3HL next, 104.5 The Zone. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay. Mississippi State football coach Jeff Lebby at the table with us now. Coach, how are you?
Great. Good to be here.
Let's start with, so we are on YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Thank you. People can watch live there. So you do have a camera in front of you. Dawn noticed the inside of your jacket.
Yeah.
Can you show that to the good people?
Look at that.
Got that state outline.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
But then the other side, look, you got your name in your jacket, Coach.
Yeah, that's big time.
What is the message or bullet points you want to get out at this event?
Yeah, it's about taking the next step for us as a program. It's about finishing, and for us, man, there's great opportunity that lies ahead. There's been a ton of work that's gone into it since January, getting back from that bowl game, and for us, it's taking the next step and finding ways to go finish those close ones.
2 overtime losses, another one-score loss. So I get it, and I would imagine that's a pretty easy sell to your team, right? Like finish.
Yeah. Our guys that lived it, and the 3 guys that are here with me today. What we went through, being as close as we were, I hate using that word. Those guys are the exact same way. But, man, there's reality in the fact that we're 3 plays away from it being incredibly different, and knowing that we're going to have the opportunity to go right the wrong and take the next step as a program. We got great confidence in what's going on and how we're going to go do what we do.
What do you have in quarterback Kamario Taylor? I mean, I know you didn't get the result you wanted those last 2 games, but 351 total yards and 2 touchdowns against Ole Miss, 304 total yards, 2 touchdowns against Wake. What do you have with him?
A guy that's going to have a ton of production.
Yeah.
We got to take great care of the football. We got to make great decisions, all those things that go with playing the position. The thing that I'm probably most proud of is the amount of consistency he's created inside his life and how he's doing what he's doing every single day. So a great leader, one that's the same as he walks in the door every day, and that's where it all starts.
What is I love your offense. I love, the high-powered, all of it. But what is maybe the biggest misconception about what you do offensively?
Yeah, it's about running the football.
Right.
Championship football teams can run the ball, always and forever. And so we talk about physicality being one of the 3 pillars of how we will win. We talk about effort, physicality, and execution. We're going to have to get that done in the run game. I want to be explosive in the run game, but we've got to be great situationally, short yardage, goal line, to be able to go, get over the hump.
You know what's funny? I'm pretty sure Coach Hype just said the same exact thing.
Yep. I bet he did.
Media days, right?
Bet he did.
Yeah. So hit me on we're Nashville, obviously. Yeah. So Hype is, talked about quite a bit. So hit me on what you have learned from him and relationship and all that.
Yeah, just a ton of respect. Obviously working for him when I was at UCF, but it goes a lot further back than that from our time at Oklahoma. When I was in college, and so a great friend, a great mentor, ton of respect, and he has created consistency and a ton of production. So appreciate who he is, what he stands for, and a friend in the business.
You guys text during the season? No, I always wonder about that with you coaches.
Very, very little.
Yeah.
You're very
busy.
Little. Yeah, we're busy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, Coach Lebby, check this out. We have something called the Boom Boom Room.
Okay.
Now, in the Boom Boom Room, when you go in, the door's locked behind you. You got to answer a series of questions, truthfully, to the best of your ability.
Okay.
If you do that, the door's unlocked. You're able to go about however you want to go.
Yeah.
Back to Starkville, do whatever you want to do. But if not, you're stuck in the cellar. Yeah, with the lost souls.
That ain't good.
No, it ain't good. Now, Kamari, K1, as we call him in the Boom Boom Room, is terrific.
Yeah.
So
good.
You gotta follow up.
I love it.
You agree to these terms?
I agree to these terms.
Lock the door. Coach Lebby, give me a nickname that you go by.
Leb.
Sir. Is that in coaching or when you were younger, playing days, were they calling you Leb too?
Really forever, as long as I can remember. Yep.
Okay. All right. If you wasn't playing football, getting to Oklahoma, where do you think you would have been as an adult?
I would have tried to find ways to just go on go on tour with some of my favorite bands.
I like that.
I don't think I would have made a lot of money.
Yeah. You would have had a ball, though.
Boy, it would have been fun.
Who are your favorite bands?
Yes, I'm
my gosh.
what kind of music we talking?
That list is long. I'm a huge classic rock. I am. I'm a Neil Young, a Rolling Stones, Zeppelin, obviously. Then the Seattle movement in the early '90s, Pearl Jam. As I grew up through that, loved it.
Yep.
And man, I'm a huge country music fan.
Are you?
So yeah. So love a lot of them. But man, Stapleton, Zach Top, Turnpike Troubadours.
Stapleton's his guy.
I love it. He's
man.
elite, man.
Yeah.
Seen him a bunch.
Next level, man.
Yeah, he's different.
He sang Stapleton, so we had a 3HL karaoke night.
Yeah.
So all of us, sang. I don't know if you did, but
Yes,
he sang
yes,
a Chris
I did.
Stapleton.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Chris Stapleton song, and it was phenomenal.
I love it.
Phenomenal.
Yeah,
What would you sing, Coach?
Oh man, that's hard. Probably
Do you have a-
Cold. I wouldn't be able
Okay.
to sing it, but that's a jam.
I listen. As long as you get up there and you get an alpha, coach.
Yeah,
Sometimes that's
no
all
doubt.
you need.
There ain't no doubt.
All right, give me this, coach. Step away from the game for a minute.
Yeah.
Give me a weekend. Take me back home or to your favorite spot, or if it's just at your house, whatever
Yeah.
it is. Take me on the weekend. Give me something that we're gonna get into.
Man, it's going to be an early morning golf game.
Okay.
All right, that's going to be out the gate.
I'm terrible, but
Yeah.
I'm cigars and sticks. I'm with
Yeah,
it.
we
Let's
can
go.
do that
Yep.
and be able to enjoy that. I'm going to have my little man on the water at some point. We're going
Okay.
to be fishing.
I like it.
That's happening.
I like it.
And then we're going to be on the grill and be in the pool. So
Golly.
that is a weekend around the house when we got a little bit of time.
Coach, you might be my favorite coach now.
I was just gonna say. I feel like Slay's like, did we just become best friends?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
too
like
good.
this gonna be it right
Also,
here.
a couple
too
years
good.
ago, didn't Sam Pittman give basically the same answer?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Very
love it.
similar. Very similar.
O-line guys.
Yeah,
That's
what it
right.
is.
That's right.
All right, Coach. Now, a mentor that you looked up that people may not know that don't get their flowers, somebody that
Yeah.
helped you along your way that you can always lean back on.
Man, without a doubt, my father-in-law, Coach Brawls,
Yeah.
guy that I grew up with and around and known since the day I was born, and been a huge part of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything particular that he told you that you like, man, I remember him telling me this, man, and here it is coming into fruition.
Yeah, he saw a lot of things in me that maybe I didn't see in myself.
Right.
As I got going, all I wanted to do was coach O-line.
Yeah.
And he broadened the horizon for
Yeah.
me and gave me great vision of, going and calling plays and coaching QBs and going and chasing it from that standpoint. So just incredibly grateful for a lot of it, but that's probably the biggest thing.
All right, last one, and I'm going to let you out of the boom boom room. Mississippi State basketball. Coach Jans, love them just like I'm starting to love you
Yes,
right
sir.
now after this introduction. If you could substitute one player from his group, bring him to your team, or say, Coach Jans, we want you to come coach. We'll give you a series.
Yeah.
You going to take a player or you going to let Jans coach and why?
I'm going to take J Hub right now.
Immediately.
right now. And
Immediately.
ain't nothing against my guy James, but I'm going to take J Hub.
And where you putting Hub?
I'm going to put him at slot. I'm an offensive guy.
Yeah, let him get
That's
busy.
what's happening. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
them calf muscles and everything.
Ain't no doubt. He can go.
All right, Len, we're going to let you out of the boom boom room. Congratulations.
Man, appreciate it.
No doubt.
Okay, so funny you mentioned Coach Bryles, right? I
Yeah.
worked a Baylor game, ESPN sidelines forever ago, and Coach put up 70.
Yeah.
70 on a
Love it.
team.
Love
So
it.
let me ask you this. If you could, if it was, going
Yeah.
your way, would you put up 70 on a team?
Well, 100%.
They signed up to play 60 minutes, right?
Gas, no brakes,
100%. Got to.
That's
Got
what I'm
to.
talking
Yep.
about.
You were talking about running the football fluff, Bothwell, man.
Yeah.
I was talking to Kamario Taylor. He just runs through people.
Yeah.
What do you have with him?
Man, I think we got a guy that's got a chance to have a big year. He got banged up. He had played his butt off against Tennessee and had a great game. Then got banged up and really wasn't back to himself until late. Man, he feels great. He's healthy. I'm excited about the running back room. I'm really excited about Fluff.
I love that his name is Fluff.
I do too.
There ain't no fluff there.
No, there's not.
At all.
That's
It'll
funny.
fool you.
You mentioned Heupel, obviously, and you go way back with him. Hype loves to talk about how good he is at basketball with Slay.
Yeah.
You ever go at it on the hardwood with him?
We used to play some pickup games.
Yeah.
It was staff pickup basketball.
He's very confident in his shooting ability.
He is. He always has been. I don't know if he should be. But, yes.
That's what I wanted to know.
I love it.
Who else played in those games?
Oh, gosh.
Anybody?
Quite the crew. Shane Burnham, Nick Toth. We had quite the crew. Big Phil Lodeholt would play. Hoodie.
Oh, yeah.
His last year, we had a good group.
I can't even imagine what is the smack talking going on in that game.
Some bad ball.
Yeah, yeah, no
some
doubt.
Bad ball.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Coach, let me ask you this. It was like you spoke about the almost and guys being kind of sick of that being what the driving force is going into the off season. Getting to this point now, who's the leader of that? Of course, yourself, setting the tone and their reflection of you. But who's the guy that you've seen step up and be like, okay, I ain't easing back, but I'm gonna go in my office on this and let them handle it.
Yeah, I think the three guys that are with me today have done a great job running point. I think about a guy like Isaac Smith who's lived it and done it and bled it, and he's on the exact same page. And we've developed more leadership inside this group than we've had the prior 2 years. And I've always said it, man, if you can be player-led, not player-ran, but if you can be player-led, you got a real chance to do some special things. Best teams we've all been a part of have had great accountability in the locker room.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a huge deal for us this fall.
Because we just had you in the boom. My last one, Babs. I'm sorry.
No. You good? Go.
Yeah. We let you out of the boom boom room, but in there I can see the honesty, the genuine, the you side of it. Why am I? And I have this conversation all the time. Why am I coming to Starkville to go to Mississippi State?
Yeah, you're coming because of community and connection and love and trust and
I got that.
Man, a passion of being great. Yeah. And there's a ton of support, and it's a very connected place. It's a genuine place where we've got great people, and that means the world to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
My little 6-year-old's first. It was years ago, but first SEC football game was Mississippi State.
Yeah.
One of my best friends lives in Houston, Mississippi.
Yeah,
He's a massive fan.
Yeah.
So there you go. First one. Okay, so I just want to hit like quarterback offensive scheme. Like clearly I'm fascinated by it because I want to talk about it a lot. But how much does your scheme change depending on your quarterback? What is your philosophy on that?
Balance. You have to have great balance. We have to be able to run the football, like I mentioned. Balance has always been a huge thing for us, whether it was the 9 years we were in Waco, at UCF, at Oklahoma. It's about having great balance. And I think when you do that, you got a chance to really affect the game as an offensive unit. And so that'll be a huge piece of it for us. It will start with running the rock. But, man, we're going to be explosive, too. We talk about that nonstop as well. So that's where it starts. We've got to have great balance.
So I distinctly remember having this conversation with Heupel back when he was at Missouri as the OC, and their defense was really struggling, and that offense was going so fast. And I'm like, this poor defense, they can't get off the field. They can't do anything, you know. And if your offense doesn't score, then all of a sudden there's the balance there, too. Yeah. So what kind of conversations do you have with Zach on that kind of thing?
I think there's a great understanding of how we do what we do offensively. Obviously, as he was the defensive coordinator for Coach Leach and that scheme and that system, and you play more plays in that system as well. And so for him, there's great familiarity, there's great understanding, and he's all in on it. You know, he wants to be the aggressor, and he's ready to go get stops.
Mississippi State football coach Jeff Lebby with us. We're in a day and time where schools turn down bowl game opportunities. That was an opportunity that you took advantage of. How much did that help you?
It was huge. We got 17 extra practices.
Right. And
for where we were in the moment as a program, we needed that in a great way. We needed it for our QB. And that was a real thing, that for him to have the ability to have that prep for an entire month and then go start another game was – just incredibly valuable for him and for us. So hate the way that it ended, being on the wrong side of it, but would do it 10 out of 10 times.
What about his growth the biggest. Like, and maybe if it's, I mean, because he's what? How old is he?
He's 19.
He just turned 19. Yeah. Like, he's young.
He's young.
So what have you seen just maturity-wise, even in this kind of short time?
The buy-in from him on his recovery and his body and understanding the health piece of it has been really fun to watch. And I think that is where he's taken his biggest step.
Yeah.
He's always been incredible in the meeting room. Great retention, can go all day long, and he won't budge. And what he's done this offseason and taking care of his body has been fun to watch, seeing that buy-in and 231 pounds every single day and put together really, really well.
And can run.
Oh, man, he's so much fun to watch.
He is. But it's funny, some players don't get that until, like, their junior year. Or
that's exactly right.
Sometimes it takes them a while. So that's huge.
It's been great.
Yeah, no doubt.
Jeff Lebby. All right, next summer, head up to Nashville. We'll go to some of the honky tonks or something.
There you go. I can do that.
Find Stapleton up here, man.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Hey, thank you for the time, Coach. Great to see you, man.
Appreciate y'all. Hail State.
Mississippi State head coach Jeff Lebby, 3HL 104.5 The Zone. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay with you live from the SEC Media Days in Tampa. Talk a little Arkansas football. Quincy Rhodes, defensive end for the Arkansas Razorbacks, joins us now. Quincy, what's up? How are you?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
Doing well. When did you guys get in?
Probably around like 12 yesterday.
Yeah.
12 or 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah? You do anything fun? You go to the beach or something?
Nah.
Go work out?
Yeah. I had workouts right before.
Did you?
Yes, sir, before we got on the plane.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's the standard now. You
can't
don't miss a day.
Man,
Yeah.
when we go back, I'll be right back just in time, like before OTAs.
I mean, it's right here, man.
Right.
Did you do anything fun in the off season? I mean, I know y'all really don't have an off season.
Right. I took my family out on vacation. I never really had a vacation due to me. I was playing football and stuff. So
Yeah.
This break, I think it was like 4th of July break, summer break, however you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually took time like to settle down, chill, enjoy, and spend time with my family before the football thing kicks off. And
Yeah.
we went to PCB and we stayed there from like Tuesday, or it might have been Monday to Thursday or Tuesday to Thursday, whichever days it was. But we really enjoyed ourselves.
Good way to get recharged. You do anything fun last night? You guys go to dinner somewhere?
We went to Burns Steakhouse.
Oh, hell yeah. We were there.
So did we.
Oh, where?
Yeah.
What time did y'all go?
Oh, we didn't go
It
till
was
like
late.
9.
Yeah.
You guys are way more. You guys are more important than us. You get the prime time for dinner.
Nah, I think our reservation was like for 8:45.
Oh,
yeah,
we
I'm
were
right
probably
there.
there at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah.
It's
What'd
a
you
big
think?
place.
I liked it. I had a tomahawk.
You did not.
geez.
You didn't finish it.
Nah, I didn't.
I was about to say, good gosh.
Usually, because I had 8 before, and usually like I'm a big like steak guy.
Yeah.
So I always finish my food.
Yeah.
But I had 8 just before that because I didn't eat. Well, I ate before the plane, but I was hungry.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm finna go to Charlie's because we went to the
Get
mall.
loose, Yep.
And I had bought me
Philly
some new
chicken,
cologne.
boy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I had. I had a Philly
Boy,
chicken.
yeah,
Yep.
that's a bad
And then
boy.
my teammate had booked us a reservation
Yeah.
at Burns, and then we ate there.
Oh.
That was a cool place.
Did you hit the dessert up top?
Nah, we were going to, but
Man.
I don't
was
even like
late.
sweets, believe it or not.
You
So,
don't?
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
was going just for them, but we had ended up doing something else, and we had came back and just sat in the hotel room and chilled.
Okay. There
Quincy
you-
Rhodes with us from Arkansas.
All right, so here we go. New coach, new expectations, new talk. Like, what do you think maybe the outside world doesn't know about Arkansas right now?
That the standard is high, and we in there just grinding. I know a lot of people tend to put us last in the SEC, is from what I'm hearing, but we don't pay attention to the numbers. Our numbers will show on the field, and we take every challenge head on, and every obstacle is just another way of just proving ourselves right, if you get what I'm saying, and we grind every day.
What? How would you describe Coach Silverfield to somebody who has never met him, seen his body of work, all of that?
He's very intense. We need, especially in today's game style and coaching, we need a coach like that. Like, he's very outgoing. He's very stern, especially on me. He expects great things from me, as long as the team, and it just depends. His days are different. It just depends. But he's a great guy. He loves hard, and he loves what he does.
He doesn't come off as intense, like he's walking around here. He's pretty chill. Look
at that
okay.
look.
I just got the
like
look.
it's a facade.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said okay.
But nah, he's a coach. He's a coach. He loves everybody, and he's a winning coach. He came from a winning program. He knows how to win, and trying to teach us how to win. So I can respect him for that.
How difficult is a coaching transition?
It wasn't too difficult.
Okay.
It's part of the game.
Yeah. We love Sam Pittman, man.
Yeah.
We had a
that's
ball
my
with
dog.
him.
That's my dog.
Yeah.
I actually
Down
seen
home
him.
guy, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I actually seen him spring break actually.
Did you?
And I was at an airport, and I'm like, because he was with his wife Jamie.
Yeah.
And I turn around, and I'm like, they was looking at their phone. I'm like, my dad was with me. I'm like, I know that's not Coach Pitt and Jamie. And I said, Coach Pitt. He looked up, man, like.
That's funny.
I just got chills because I haven't seen him in so long, and how everything had happened and how everything went. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it could have went a lot better, but it was good seeing him.
So during that transition, do you keep up with like the coaching search and all that stuff, or do you just wait and see what happens?
I really just wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
I try to like block everything out because at the end of the day, you know, I have no control over it. So I control the controllables, which is myself, and leave it at that.
Quincy Rhodes, defensive end, Arkansas.
You pattern your game after who, if I was to ask you that?
Pardon me?
You pattern your game after who? Who is somebody you can watch on film and be like, no, I'm still a couple of things in frame.
I try to resemble my game of Myles Garrett because he's a game wrecker.
Yeah.
But like if I had to really genuinely like compare myself to anyone, I would probably say Max Crosby. We kind of got the same physique,
long,
right?
Yeah,
he's not extremely muscular.
Yeah,
and he can do it all too. He game record.
Yeah.
So
y'all got the college campus buzzing, man. You know, new coach with you guys. Cal just came from basketball.
Right.
Has it not been a conversation with your coach from Cal saying, hey, man, we need some size down low? You think we can get him in basketball
Let me tell you something. Believe it or not, I can't stand basketball.
Really?
Yeah. I don't like basketball. I stopped playing basketball like at an early age. It's like
straight up.
It's very like soft and like filtered to me. Like I'm like hardcore. You know what I'm saying?
You see Slade dip his head when you say that?
I like taking
this and keep this comment for when Slade needs it.
I'm gonna say I like taking people to the ground, so it's a different type of love for the
Quincy,
game.
man, I know the game done changed and evolved in basketball. They playing more on the perimeter, but man, like you get down low, man. It's some banging going on down there, man.
Slade likes
That's
to
hurting
call
me,
it
man.
the
It's the boom boom room, man. You get down there, man. Now, listen, hey dog, it's different down there, Quincy. So you should have played my era.
I'm gonna say probably your era, or like somebody actually teach me how to play basketball.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It's fine.
I can dig that. So let me ask you this: what were your gains coming in? Great seasons coming up. You climbed the ladder each year. Coming into this year, what was something that you wanted to do that you pinpointed? Like, I'm gonna be better, so the team can be better.
Just being more consistent, and then just consistency could lead to like my leadership and as well as my playing ability. I know how I can play, and I know I can also be a leader. But you know, it takes a lot doing those two, because you also got to learn how to manage outside sources, and outside lives, and just other things that distract you from doing that. So just learning how to do that. Technique is the biggest thing I'm focusing on, and learning how to finish. You know, the plays that come to me, and the leader aspect of it is, you know, I'm vocal, but I tend to have like the tendency to like focus on myself, because my dad always raised me like, when you fix self, the rest will follow. If you get what I'm saying, and that's my biggest. That's where my head is as of right now.
One thing, last one for me. One thing that Arkansas does a terrific job of is always being able to keep homegrown talent.
I knew he was
going
to say that.
I mean, it is what it is.
I had a feeling he was going to say that.
And North Little Rock, man, like coming out of there, like what's the advantage? What was the disadvantage or the hardships to try to get out of there and get to Arkansas and be standing there firm like you are?
Okay, so for those who don't know, Little Rock, North Little Rock, they're two different places.
Yeah, no question.
They consider it as a whole, and I don't like that, if you get what I'm saying. Just the whole central area around there, you know, it's a lot of distractions, and it's easy to get caught up in the wrong thing and become a statistic. So, you know, luckily I had my father in my life. He was always on me about, you know, I told him my dream, and I was also just telling this in a recent interview, but I told him my dream, and he was like, man, like, if this is what you want, you got to, you know, put forth the effort. You got to put the work in for it. And, growing up just being a kid, you know, you want to be on the game with your homeboys, be on the game with your friends, cousins, whomever. And my dad was one of those guys, and he was like, you know, he had busted in my room, and he had asked me, like, what you do productive today? And I'm sitting here on the headset, just like how I am right now, playing the game, chopping it up with the boys. And then I look at him, he'll give me that look. He be like, man, go ahead and get out the game. Like, go outside, go work out, go read a book, go do something. So my dad, he was never the type of person, you know, just to have that mentality of, you know, sitting on your tail. Like, the effort thing was big to him, and, you know, he raised me into the man I am. So shout out to him. But it's a lot I can, you know, continue to go so far with.
Man, that's great. Okay, so last question as we let you out of here. Can Arkansas surprise some people this year?
Yes. Like,
why?
you got to think about it, like anybody can win. Like I don't see why people think like just because of a school logo or not the history of a team like defers or dictates a win or not. You feel what I'm saying? If you get a bunch of guys who all in, as you know, Coach Field mentions, and you find a lot of guys who want to win and have the same mission, it's hard to beat them. Yeah.
Quincy Rhodes Jr., defensive end, Arkansas. Nice to meet you, man. Thank you.
Man. Appreciate you.
Good luck.
More 3HL coming up. 104.5 The Zone.
Good afternoon, live from the Circus Sports at the Mint Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Ross Johnston. Josh Heupel and the Vols landed a huge commitment yesterday in five-star running back David Gabriel Georges out of the Baylor School in Chattanooga. DGG is the number 2 ranked running back in the 2027 class and currently the 10th highest rated recruit in Vols history, according to 24/7 Sports. In Titans news, Jim Wyatt reported that the team has placed right tackle J.C. Latham and safety Amani Hooker on the physically unable to perform list ahead of training camp. And in NFL news, Ian Rappaport reported that the Baltimore Ravens have released Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia. Cameron Wolf also reported that Panthers edge rusher Nick Scorton was carted off the field at practice today and has suffered a torn ACL. For all your foundation repair and your waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans of Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
104.5 The Zone. Welcome back in. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay broadcasting live from Tampa, SEC Media Days. This kicks it all off, and got a great guest for you right now. Again, our broadcast presented by eSpaces and Wholesale Supply. Mr. College Football, Tony Barnhart joins us now on 3HL. Tony, what's up, man?
He's still here. I can't believe it.
He meaning me or he meaning you? I don't know. I don't know.
Last year, Tony, I thought you were retiring.
Yeah, I know. So did my wife. So. But what you learn, once you commit to do a book, you're not retired until you finish that book.
That's right.
I'm happy to report that the publisher, the University of Georgia Press, has the book, and we're picking out photos, and we are projecting that it'll be out next spring.
So, describe the book to us. Tell us about it.
The working title, the title is, because I get to make the title. The title is Mr. College Football. That nickname they hung on me about 10 years ago. Mr. College Football.
That's a good one.
50 years of SEC memories. Oh. And I just tell people, this is not a list of great players and great coaches and all that. No, those books have been done. I've written a number of those books.
Yeah.
These are favorite memories that will always stick with me. There's a chapter on each team in the conference, and it's my favorite memory to be at that particular place.
Do any of those memories include Herschel Walker?
Herschel Walker, I was not yet at Atlanta yet. I was still working up in North Carolina.
Okay.
Oh.
But there is a story about Herschel Walker because I was covering a story for my Greensboro, North Carolina newspaper, and I was watching Georgia play Florida in my hotel room in Tallahassee. And when Lindsey Scott caught the great pass to win the game for Georgia, I jumped in the air and totally destroyed a hanging lamp that was in my room. So I get ready.
So Larry Munson destroyed a chair.
You
destroyed
I destroyed a complete lamp. One was hanging over there. And the next morning I go down and say, I need to talk to the manager. I kind of got excited. Watching Georgia beat Florida. And they said, well, he said, I'll pay you for the damages. He said, well, wait a minute. Are you telling me that you broke that lamp while you were pulling for Georgia to beat Florida?
Uh-oh.
I said, yeah. He said, well, I'm a Florida State guy. You don't know me a thing.
Talk that up.
That one made the SEC highlight reel.
Do you have a favorite Larry Munson story while we're on him?
Well, I did a book with Larry, which was the most fun I've ever done because I would, us writers, we have to be all organized, and I would go see him 3 times a week, and we're going to talk about this and this and this and this and this. And I realized like 5 minutes into the interview, we're going to talk about what Larry wanted to talk about. He was a tremendous guy and funny as all get out. And when we decided to do the book, he goes, so we're going to do a book? I said, yeah, Larry, we're going to do a book. He said, can I cuss? I said, you can cuss, it's just not going to make the book. But he was an incredible guy.
So this new book, and not to spoil anything, and this is probably such a hard question to answer, but is there a favorite memory for you or story for you? It's probably an unfair question.
Well, no really, Don. The story that will stick with me over the years and is still in my memory, on 9/11, 2001, it was Florida-Tennessee week, and I was working for College Game Day, and I would always drive up to Knoxville and shoot some footage for that College Game Day show. I was halfway to Knoxville in my car when the first plane hit the Twin Towers. Like everybody else, I thought it was an accident, something happened, and then the next one hit. And then I knew, so I'm calling the ESPN assignment desk in Bristol, and I said, guys, I'm going on to Knoxville because that's where the story's going to be. And so I get up there, and the campus is just suddenly silent, and they decided they were going to let the players do interviews just to take their minds off of it. So in walked to the interview room in his practice gear is Will Overstreet, who was a great player for Tennessee.
Defensive lineman.
Great player. And he walked in. I said, I knew Will a little bit. I said, what's wrong? He says, my sister's at the Pentagon today, and I can't find her.
Wow.
And I said, okay. I said, well, first of all, if that phone, first of all, we don't have to do this. It's not important. He said, no, I want to do it. He said, okay, well, if that phone rings, you just get up and walk. Well, she never called, but late in the day he finally did. But that image of Will sitting there holding that phone because he can't find his sister, that will stick with me forever. But it's those kind of personal memories that make up this book.
Man, I can't wait to read it.
Dude, like I was on campus at that time. I remember that yesterday. You just brought it all back right there. That was
well, Ryan. The thing about it is that I didn't know what I was going to find when I got to Knoxville, and it was just so quiet.
Yep.
I've got a daughter who's a freshman at Georgia. I'm trying to keep up with her. I called my mother, who's in Madison, Georgia. Right. The funniest thing was my mother. I thought my mother would be scared. Yeah. She wasn't scared. She was pissed. She said, "Who is this Bin Laden dude anyway?" So I had to explain. It's those kind of memories that personal memories that are in the book.
Love
Tony Barnhart with us on 3HL. Tell us about the Dodd Trophy.
I've been asked to put my name on a lot of different awards. The Dodd Trophy is presented it's leadership, scholarship, leadership, and integrity, and it's not just wins and losses. It's how do your kids do in the community? And it's all of that, and it's been a lot of fun to be a part of. One of the things that makes the award different is that we go to campus to present it. We don't make you come to New York. We take you to get that done. And so like 3 years ago, we went to Notre Dame to see Marcus Freeman. He was our Dodd Trophy Coach of the Year. Just a tremendous day and night. So it's I'm very proud to have my name associated with this award.
We've been doing this a long time. You have, for sure. How do you even compartmentalize how this conference has changed?
Oh, well, it's amazing. Media days has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger, which is fine. This should be an event. Yeah. It's our unofficial kickoff or official kickoff to college football. But it just it has grown so much. And here's the thing, guys. For all the problems that we're having off the field in college football, the game that we see on Saturday is better than it's ever been. I mean, it's a great game, and it always delivers.
It's a great point.
So, what we got to do now is figure out some structure that it can operate, because right now there's very little structure of any. So hopefully we will get there, and we're going to get there. It's just the question is how long.
What do you think about Lane Kiffin at LSU?
Don't forget your popcorn.
Right.
and the butter.
Are you going to Oxford for that game?
I would love to be there. I don't know if I'm going to make that one or not, but it is going to be. Somebody said, well, I bet that's going to be a little rowdy. I said, well, they'll be lucky if no buses get turned over. And I'll say that. No, but it's a great. We have some great early games.
Yeah, we do.
Texas, Ohio State. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Okay. Oklahoma and Georgia. There's a lot of great games early in the season.
Let me take you back down the Georgia path real quick. Give me some insight on how good a guy like Garrison Hurst was, because we always like the first question he said he was talking about Herschel Walker.
So many running
and we
backs.
know no Sean Moreno,
no.
Nick Chubb, the list goes on. But Garrison Hurst don't seem to get that spotlight a lot of times.
I know Garrison. I know Garrison's son. I know the family very well. Great player at Lincoln County High School in Lincolnton, Georgia. Yeah. He led the nation in rushing that year, I believe. Just a great football player. Well, the problem is when you go to Georgia and the subject is running backs, you get a pretty good rhythm there. Before, Herschel Walker, Rodney Hampton. I mean, on and on and on and on. But Garrison Hurst is. Well, I'll put it this way: there's Herschel. I always tell people, they ask about running backs in the SEC. I said, look, there's Herschel, there's Bo, and then there's everybody else. Okay, and that's what it is. But a lot of great running backs at Georgia.
Where do you come down on the two of them?
Those two?
Yeah. How do you rank them?
Herschel Walker is a freshman, is the best football player I ever saw. Okay, he's 18 years old and he's running as Munson would say, he's running all over people. My God,
just a freshman.
And that was he was an incredible football player. I take a back seat to nobody in my respect for Bo Jackson. Certainly you can make the case that he's the best athlete that has ever played in the SEC. And so, it's both of those are two great ones.
That's good stuff.
Tony Barnhart, Mr. College Football. Will Stein, Alex Golish, John Sumrall, Ryan Silverfield, Pete Golding. Which one of those guys do you think has the immediate success?
Well, you got to look at Lane Kiffin. You got to look at the roster. I mean,
and I didn't mention Lane Kiffin, but obviously,
but they said, well, all right, we need to make him the highest paid coach in the game. Okay, we can do that, and we need to have the biggest roster. We need a $40 million roster. Okay, what else? Okay, now
private plane.
You understand that we do expect you to at least get to the national championship.
Right.
Making the playoffs is not even debatable. Right. Okay. You will at least get to the national championship game. So we will see.
Which is odd because when you look at Vegas, their win total is 8.5.
Yeah.
So like
people are skeptical because what's the focus going to be? Remember when Dabo,
if he doesn't get that,
when Jimbo got the big contract at Texas A&M, one of the things that I noticed is when Texas A&M would play, nobody would ever talk about the team. They were always talking about that contract, and that's where everybody's focus was. And I'm wondering if people are going to lose concentration, but could be the players are so good it's not going to matter.
One more question on the way out. How big of a story was that 10-win Vanderbilt team last year?
Huge.
In terms of what you've done with this conference.
Well, and the thing about it is I tried to tell people going on, we lost to Vanderbilt. Yeah. Vanderbilt's really good. Have you watched them play? Obviously, we know about the quarterback. Great. But have you watched them play? For crying out loud. So it was a great story. Great story.
Tony Barnhart, he's got the new book coming out. Pay attention to him, Mr. College Football.
I was hoping that Tony would say Alex Golish at Auburn that my Auburn Tigers were going to be back this year. I was hoping you would go Golish.
Auburn over here.
I think he's going to do well. Here's the problem. This coach is going to do well. That coach is going to do well. Somebody is not going to do well.
That's right.
No matter who it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be somebody new.
And by the way, did we mention that you're playing 9 conference games this year instead of 8?
Nice.
Just thought I'd bring that up.
Yeah.
Prediction. Some team that goes 9-3 will make the college football playoff this year.
Yeah.
You're playing too many great games.
Even without expansion.
Is the committee smart enough to understand that 9-3 in this league is a lot different than 10-2 in another league?
Come on, Tom.
So preach it, brother.
Come on.
There you go.
Yes,
there you go.
Tony Barnhart on 3HL. Always good to see you, my friend.
All right, guys. Good to see you. Take care.
Happy retirement.
Tony. You bet.
3HL.
I'll let you know when I get there.
I feel like I'm there right now. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. 3HL 104.5 The Zone, wrapping up our SEC Media Days coverage. And always enjoy hanging out with this dude. Peter Burns joins us from the SEC Network. PB, what's up? How are you?
It's like adult spring break where, like, the last day of a Vegas trip, you're just like, bro, just get me to the finish line. The amount of water that's consumed the last day, the bags underneath their eyes, people are just it's last man standing at this point. So, but we made it.
One thing that we enjoyed was Burns Steakhouse. You have anything to do with that place
no,
in Tampa?
Well, so a lot of people will ask, "Hey, Sam Burns, is that your brother? The golfer that played at LSU?" And I was like, "Damn, I wish that was the case." Chase Burns, you related to him? I'm like, "Damn, just saying $100 million, he ain't taking my phone calls right now." Like, I bring nothing to the Burns name by any means.
Did I hear that you lost your golf clubs?
Well, I did not lose them per se. I was over in Omaha. Always a fun thing, man. That's always a blast. College World Series.
Yeah.
And I go the last day right outside of our ESPN hotel. I get into the rental car and I put in my bag. And I'm like, wait a minute. I had golf clubs here at one point, and I know damn sure I didn't leave them at the golf course. So someone decided to roll in and has a nice set of golf clubs there in Omaha, Nebraska. So they got stolen from there. So
from the ballpark or the hotel?
From the hotel. So yeah, no.
Did
it's crazy.
you lock your car?
Let's not get carried away into the details here. What are we, Inspector Gadget here? I mean, all of a sudden.
Okay.
I mean,
well, she's a story.
I don't want to get into
she's a conspiracy theory queen over here, so she's probably working on something.
Locking
Garth
the door
Brooks
would have been
stole
great. That's why like security calls me in the insurance company. They're like, "So lock car, what was a broken window?" I was like, "So about that." And at that point, I'd be like, I didn't even ask him at that point. I'd be like, all right, I know. I just wanted to see. I just wanted to bitch and moan and complain that my golf clubs got stolen to somebody. So somebody has a custom SEC wedges that say Mr. SEC, like in purple and gold somewhere. So good luck selling those, buddy.
So if football is your favorite sport, college football is your favorite sport, I'm guessing. What's your second favorite sport?
Well, I call golf for the PGA Championship and call SEC men's and women's golf. It's a blast.
That.
So
I had to fight myself to
that.
not text you during that.
Do you do that with Zarzer?
I do, yes. And he always gets pissed off because occasionally I get to do the better group that he had. So this year I had like Scotty Scheffler, like Brooks Koepka, and somebody else. And then I'm like, because he's Mr. Golf. He's 100 times better at that than I am, too, so it really pisses him off when I do it.
That's really
I'd say college baseball.
College baseball.
To me, there's just something like, y'all know how it is. Like, you roll to Hoover, and it feels like the last pure sporting event that families can go to. Omaha is a blast. Like, to me, college baseball, and the analysts that we have, man, are great. David DeLucci, Todd Walker, Ben McDonald.
Ben McDonald's phenomenal.
Yeah. It's unreal.
And then I caught him on. I was watching an Orioles game, and I caught him on that broadcast.
So
he's really good.
Yeah, it's all fun.
All right, well, let's talk football.
Yeah, do it.
That's what we're here.
Do we? I'm almost sick of it because I'm like, what did I learn this entire week?
Yeah. You are never sick of it.
Well, what I am is. It's the groupthink that comes from these weeks where all of a sudden you do one interview and everybody kind of say, hey, you know what I heard at dinner on Tuesday night or whatnot? Like, people get fired up about stuff. But I think for me, a lot of these things now, as I've learned on media days, it's not so much of what they say, it's how they handle themselves in the interview. I vividly remember a couple years ago, Mark Stoops at media days behind the scenes was pissed off because he's like, nobody's giving us respect. I mean, he was like frothing at the mouth, not on camera or anything like that. I'm like, oh, they're going to be good. Yeah. And they won 10 games that year. And I've also sat with quarterbacks on our set for SEC this morning, and I looked at them, and I could see their hands shaking while me, who's an idiot, asking them questions like, bro, if I scare you, what is 100,000 in Neyland or going to do? Or like when the doors are ready or SEC places. So it's more of how the people, the coaches and the players handle themselves this week. Because somebody walks in a room, you can tell if they're an alpha or they're not, right? And that's what this week is kind of about.
Okay, can I bring that up because Gunnar Stockton?
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Not a great interview.
Okay. Neither is my Labrador Retriever, but that's how he kind of is, right? He's going to be loyal. He's going to be great. He's going to be a hell of a dog.
He is, but do you think that I mean, that's fair. Do you think I almost feel like people overlook him, and I wonder if that's why.
I think so because he's just kind of a golly gee. I mean, again, I use Labrador Retriever because that's what he seems like. It's just like,
so
hey, do you like
likable.
playing? Like, what's the biggest thing about football you love about it? It's fun.
Yeah.
You know, I get to
and
play
he's always got
again.
this big smile on his
Yeah,
face.
and again, like at the end of the day, man, like it's sports. You want to have fun, and those guys rally around them. And I mean, they're probably as good as anybody this year. And I think sometimes you get the guys that are trying to be like the Aaron Rodgers, Mr. Cerebral, and at the end of the day, you realize, man, these cats are 22, 23 years old now on the top end. They're just like having fun. Now the difference is they're making a couple $1 million a year. They're making Ron Slay money now. Hey, I was there when he signed that new deal. I saw Bentley show up, all the wings in the back.
It was a lie. It was
all
by
the way,
AI.
what's happening? What's
AI
going on with your
generated.
breath? I can smell it from here.
Listen, Mom made me Mom made me throw my gum out because I'm sitting down talking to you right now. BB. I wanted to have it.
I can hear
it was
in
so
our
refreshing.
headphones.
I just
I'm
love
like,
it.
I was
I'm
joking. I was going to chew silently anyway.
By the way, speaking of PGA Championship, we were talking about golf. Because I saw you throw your gum out for the interview, so I appreciate you giving me that respect, right?
I mean,
but we were doing like on the last day of the PGA Championship this year. Somebody had talked to me and they're like, "Hey, have you ever tried a Zen?" I'm like, "Yeah, like the little pack." The little pack. And I was like, "No. I mean, I'll try one." They're like, "Okay." And they gave me one, buddy. I was flying.
It's supposed to be a boost.
Like I'm calling the 17th hole of like Scotty Scheffler, and I take one in. I'm like, da by the green. I'm like, and Scotty's got an 8-footer. For this is amazing. Scotty's got. He's the greatest player I've ever seen. And my God, what if Scott? I'm like, I ain't gonna do any of those on air anymore, buddy.
Peter Bird's with us on 3HL. Let's go to Lane Kiffin. What do you expect from him at LSU?
Chaos,
mass.
Yeah, I mean, again, I have to separate what Lane Kiffin was prior to showing up in Baton Rouge to Lane Kiffin in Baton Rouge. And that's hard for me as an LSU fan, hard to me as a media member. Right. And so because I look at it, it's like if you told me blind taste test, LSU is going to hire a great staff. They're going to retain Blake Baker. They're going to have a $60 million roster. They're going to have a solid quarterback, skilled positions. They're going to recruit the hell out of everybody right now. And everybody's and the boosters are given and the fan base is excited. I'd have been like, bro, we hired the right guy. And then I tell you, it's Lane Kiffin. You're like, well, wait a minute. Let me figure out. And so I think that's where I have to suspend myself of what they actually got. And so, listen, the only thing for Lane is I wanted him at the end of last year to just log the hell off. Don't tweet. Don't do anything. Just
don't press send.
And trust me, as a man who has done that many, many times, I know from example. But so I'm excited, but I also can't wait to see if it's a train wreck or it's going to be amazing. It's must-watch television. It sucks all the air. He's the vacuum of everything now. It used to be Nick Saban and what he would say. But I think Spurrier, to a certain extent, was that way. That's who Lane Kiffin is, right now.
Lane aside, you and Doring had a terrific interviews with all the new coaches coming into the SEC.
Yep.
Which was more interesting from the aspect of what they were about to take on, and then also just a fun fact about them, like you didn't know their personality was that.
Yeah, so the series is called New Era, and it's going to debut over on Monday night on SEC Network, and it's really cool. It's with Regions Bank, and the whole catalyst of this was like, man, we got all these new coaches. Who the hell are they? Yeah. And so we told them we wanted to do these interviews. The only thing is I'm not going to do them over at the actual football facility because you know how it is, man. You get even with Heupel as good as he is or Clark Lee, you get them there and they're all structured. I'm like, I need to be invited into your home. I want to meet your wife. I want to meet your kids. And so, like for Ryan Silverfield, we literally show up, we knock on the door, and he's got a bottle in the hand. He's like, shh, we got to go around the back. I got 1.5-year-old twins about to go down for nap time. And like we had to do the interview around nap time. And I'm like, oh, I forgot you're an actual human. You know, like we learned that, you know. Yeah. Alex Golish, we sit there, and he's just sweating. I'm like, Coach, what's up? And he's like, damn, the movers got here a day early. I'm going to put boxes. Can you guys help me move boxes? And I'm going to put boxes in the wrong room. And then my wife's going to get pissed at me. And then I'm going to get pissed at her. And so it was just, the human element of these guys. Like, Will Stein at Kentucky. It's a really cool deal because they were all in on pickleball. And I'm like, my man's building a pickleball court at his house. Yeah. And so finally we were like, all right, well, where are we going to do this thing? He's like, well, we don't have the house ready. Let's go play pickleball. And Will Stein was like, all right, me and you, and we'll take on my wife, Will Stein's wife, who's a great athlete, and Doring. Okay. And, I mean, so we end up playing, and you see the competitive edge. And They had a huge lead on us, and he literally pulls me to the side, and I can't say this FCC compliant, and we can't use it on the show as a Disney corporation, but he was like, get your here. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, then I caught myself afterwards that night. I'm like, bro, I'm 47 years old, and I let a 36-year-old man just, like, rip me to shreds on a pickleball.
Coaching.
But we won.
Yeah,
but we won. And so I'm actually most excited about Will Stein at Kentucky.
Really?
I think they needed new blood in so many different ways, top to bottom, and I think he is going back to like Labrador Retriever. He doesn't know what he doesn't know,
right?
And I think sometimes you're like, oh, we can't do this, or we shouldn't do this, or it's going to take a while. Why the hell not? No. I mean, if Indiana can do it with Kurt Signetti, other places can do it.
And I mean, they have a top 10 ranked portal class.
Yeah.
And
well, guys want to play with that.
Offensively, what he does, like
it's fun. And I remember the first year Lane got to Ole Miss. They weren't great. I think they were about 500, but man, it was fun as hell to watch. And I think that's what Will Stein's going to do, because it's like, all right, give me a year. Let me show you I can let these kids rip. Kids are going to want to come play here. They'll get an opportunity. You're not going to be second string at Ohio State or second string over here. Come be a star here. And I think that's going to play out.
And I mean, shout out to my guy Stoops, who actually turned it into a place where, hey, you can come play here and go play
this doesn't
in the
happen
league.
unless Mark Stoops had
right.
built that. And now it's crazy that he's at Texas. So he's going to be helping out with Texas. Then Will Muschamp is
Muschamp's there
D
too,
coordinator
right?
as well. I'm like, Sark's like, we're pushing all the chips in. And that's kind of what I learned this week is, I mean, it's boom or bust right now for Texas.
Dude, Sark, some of the things Sark has said in the offseason and all that, like,
loves his team.
He thinks they're going to win. Otherwise, he wouldn't say this stuff.
I mean, they better. I mean, you got to the point now, if you're going to spend that kind of money, you have to. I'm really intrigued with Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma, I missed the boat, and I hate giving Chris Doering any kind of credit, but last year he was like, OU's going to be a team. And I think they were going to be that until Mateer got hurt and everything kind of flipped. But going back to Omaha, Kip Lewis, Heineke, all those guys joined us on set right before the national championship game. And I asked him, I was like, dude, y'all could have all gone to the NFL, and y'all probably all passed up money in the transfer portal to come back. And he's like, it's because, like, we think we could do it this year. And they got maybe the hardest schedule. I mean, that game against Michigan, week 2 in Ann Arbor, that's huge, not only for Oklahoma, but also for this damn conference as well.
Yeah,
Does
Texas,
this
Ohio
conference
State too.
come back on top this year?
I mean, I don't think it ever left. I think it's kind of been the shell game of the Big Ten to a certain extent, which has had kind of like, hey, 5 or 6 really good. We talked about that last time I was hung out with you guys, where it's just not as great top to bottom, but still, man, we're not about the excuses here in the SEC. You got to win a national title. So.
It's interesting with the portal quarterback situation. Like you figure, like a lot of teams, a lot of coaches feel like they got to go get that portal guy to win, like championship level. Now we've got 2 in the state, top 2 quarterbacks coming out of high school at Vandy and Tennessee. So kind of a different situation. Hard to win with a young guy, though, no matter how talented they are.
Yeah, and it's hard to win unless that guy is a diehard. I mean, again, you're going to have to pay a premium to get that guy there, and you're hoping in year 1 that he can hit. And if not, either the fan base is going to get pissed off, you're like, that guy's not worth anything. Well, that's not true. It just needs time to develop, especially now you're playing against cornerbacks that are 23 years old.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, guys that are passing up NFL money because they're going to come back. You can't expect some 18-year-old kid to do that. So it's going to be a learning curve for Jared Curtis over there in Nashville and others to be like, how do you give them a leash to learn but also not burn them? And that's why I don't make the money that they make. I only got one comment in my yearly salary right now. So,
well, hope you find your golf clubs.
I hope I find another comment in my yearly salary one a day. So it'll be fun.
I'm working with decimals.
That's
working with decimals.
Fractions, dogs.
Have you replaced the golf clubs
I have
yet?
not. So if anybody wants to hit up my mentions, at Peter Burns ESPN.
It's this NIL.
Scott Limbaugh, I'm talking to you over there at Vandy Golf. No, we'll find some sooner.
Thanks for hanging out. Always good to see you.
See y'all.
Peter Burns, SEC Network. Peter Burns, man, always fun. Get that guy on.
Always. He's always going to take his little jabs. Get away, Peter.
He does like to take a little jab. You went walking by the set and they stopped you because they were getting ready to go live.
Yeah, he told me.
And he said, stand here.
Yeah, just stand there. Okay, well, I'll give you what you're looking for.
And you just jumped on.
Yep.
That's why he lost his golf clubs.
Yep.
Or lost his golf clubs. They got stolen, according to him.
One thing that's going to stand out about SEC Media Days, just for us, and I know it has nothing to do with y'all, but, man, it's really impressive how cold they keep the Marriott in Tampa.
Ugh.
It's unbelievable.
It's freaking miserable.
No, it's just between these two pillars.
Yeah.
That's it. Once you step outside, it's normal air.
It's between South Carolina and Oklahoma pillars.
Yeah, and Georgia and Kentucky. Like, this is it. Like, this is just crazy.
If
you go by that door, by the Georgia pillar, then it's warm.
Okay, it's not warm. It's still cold over there. It's just not 40 degrees. Yeah. It's like 60 degrees.
You know it's crazy if I'm over here and I'm like, I got to get a little heat. Like, I went outside to thaw off. Like, this is insane.
Thaw off. Yeah, this get like insane. A layer of ice off of you.
Yeah, like and then come on back. We try it again.
Coming up on Friday, Big Savage, Greg Cosell, Todd Furman, I think. We'll have more of an interactive show with you guys. So we'll do that tomorrow. When we come back, Chase Daniel played quarterback at Missouri, record-setting guy, played in the NFL, now with SEC Nation, among other things. He is next, 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
All right, now you've heard all the coaches and players and all of that here at, talking season for SEC, and maybe you know what future bet you want to go ahead and put down. Well, guess where you need to go to actually do it? You can do it in person at Circa Sports at the Mint at Kentucky Downs in Franklin, Kentucky, super close to Nashville, right around the corner. First exit once you hit the Kentucky state line. And here's the deal. You need to put it on your schedule for a very cool and fun place to go catch some games and enjoy a sports betting experience, because they've got this 2-story area with high definition screens, more than 1,700 square feet there, seats almost 200 people, every detail crafted for the ultimate sports fans. Circa Sports at the Mint at Kentucky Downs. Go check it out. It is awesome. Designed for comfort, convenience, and live excitement. You want more information, go check them out, circasports.com, or just drive over there and enjoy it. Circa Sports at the Mint at Kentucky Downs in Franklin, Kentucky.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. Our coverage of SEC Media Days in Tampa, presented by Wholesale Supply, built to supply, trusted to deliver, and by eSpaces, exceptional office space for every business. eSpaces.com. For more information and a schedule of conversations like this one, visit 1045thezone.com. Chase Daniel joins us now. Former NFL quarterback, Missouri great, record holder on a number of categories there at Missouri. Loved watching you play back in the day, brother. Good to see you, man. How's everything going?
It's great. It's great. It's really good. Down here with SEC Nation, just joined on with Tebow and Roman Harper and Matt Berry and I are the new guys, and Paul Feinbaum, of course, is going to be Marty McGee. So it's going to be awesome because I've covered mostly just NFL, right, since I've stopped playing. I mean, really only NFL.
Yeah.
And to dive back in a little bit last year calling games in college football, but then to now get to go on campus with the energy and the pageantry. And so I miss the passion and all that stuff. So it'll be fun.
How did this opportunity come about for you?
All these agents, right? All my agents, like this, that, and this, and that. And so it's been good. Like I knew, like toward the end of my career, my last year playing was 2022. And I worked for NFL Network while I was still playing. I did the Monday Night Recap show for NFL Network. So it was really cool to sort of dip my toe in. And as soon as I did a couple shows, I'm like, hey, I want to do this, like when I'm done. It's just, to me, it makes a lot of sense. I enjoy talking ball. I wanted to coach, but then I wanted a wife and kids as well. So I was like, my wife's going to divorce me if I coach because of all the things that they have to do. I mean, they're never home. And so this is the best, especially now. And so this is the best way, especially college too. This is the best way to still keep my foot in the door because I do a bunch of digital content with quarterback breakdowns, stuff like that, but also now in person, live. I mean, there's nothing like live events. So it's been a really cool run.
All right, so you mentioned quarterback breakdowns and all of that. Most pressure is on which quarterback this year?
Yeah, I don't think it's Arch. I personally think it's Sam Leavitt.
Yeah.
I mean, I like you look at 2 years ago in 2024 when ASU had that magical playoff run with Cam Scatteraboo, right? Sam Leavitt played unbelievable last year, missed 5 games, hurt. I understand that. LSU has paid a ton of money, not only to him, but to Lane, but to the transfer portal, to all that stuff. And if you look at Lane's offenses, they've always had these quarterbacks that have always outperformed what they probably should. Yep. And when you do that for so long, at some point, stuff goes bad. Well, the quarterback's not playing well. It always is, because Lane's like, well, my offense works everywhere else. Why isn't it here? So I just think he has a ton of pressure on one to get healthy. 2, they spent a ton of money in the transfer portal.
Yes,
right?
They did.
And that's what Lane is known for, though. He builds these teams and is able to gel right away. So I think, like, in a little bit of outside-the-box answer, because I think LSU has a lot of pressure on them to $91 million, whatever it is, to perform. A dude's got to play well early because their gauntlet in September is crazy. Clemson, first week, third week, Ole Miss, fourth week, A&M. 2 college football playoff opponents in September alone from last year.
Okay, so looking at Leavitt, not going to lie, not all that impressed with him last year, and then heard other rumblings as far as teammate and all of that. But from the film, the tape, how does his game work with Lane's offense?
He's much more athletic, I think, than some people believe. If you go, that's why I watched the film last year and I could tell he was hurt. It just didn't. It's hard for a quarterback. I try to tell people all the time, right? I played quarterback for a long time, and I've been with quarterbacks who are studs. If you get hurt in any capacity, it just affects the way you play. Forget about any right shoulder. If your left pinky is broken and you're trying to play through it, or your left thumb is broken, it just affects you in ways because you're such you're throwing the football and you're moving and you're getting hit and you're just he was that last year. I mean, that's what I truly think. And so, one, how does he trust his body now that he's fully healthy in that offense? So the tape in 2024, you watch it, and I remember watching somebody. I'm like, dude, this is legitimate NFL caliber stuff. Okay. And I do think though it's I don't want to say easy. It's never easy to play quarterback. But Lane makes it easy on his quarterbacks. Yeah. I mean, no one in their right mind thought Trinidad Chambliss would be what Trinidad Chambliss was last year. I mean, they had Austin Simmons coming in.
He lost the job.
He lost the job.
He lost the battle.
And so that's what it can be, I think.
Real quick on your way out, we just got the wrap signed. But real quick on the way out, Tennessee's quarterback battle.
Yeah.
Obviously, fans are like, what's this going to look like, this year for them?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think the true freshman, I think you go out the gate with him.
Faison Brandon.
Yeah, and look, Heupel was at Missouri, and so I know Josh, and Josh is one of the best offensive minds in the game. I mean, forget about SEC. Like, it is the writing on the wall. How do you – because the other guy coming back, I think, has 37 – it's just not a lot of play time.
Yeah.
Right.
And you can sort of mask in that type of offense a quarterback's deficiencies a little bit. But like, hey, get in and out of plays, like throw the ball to the flat, like all that stuff. But eventually they're going to have to score points. They've never had an issue with it. So, a true freshman coming into play, that's probably who I would go with.
Okay.
Hey, man, there you
Love
go.
for
That's
the true
all
freshman.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chase.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm cool with
Chase
that.
Daniel with us, former Missouri quarterback and NFL quarterback, and now SEC Nation. We'll be watching your stuff. Thank you, Chase.
Thanks for having us on, man.
Chase Daniel, man, I remember watching him at Missouri. What is he, like career touchdown thrower, career passing yardage guy at Missouri? They had some explosive offenses back then, and knows his stuff.
No doubt. No doubt.
It's been a fun week.
No, absolutely.
Our brains are
fried.
Our brains are fried.
I'm like, wait, are we finishing?
Me and Babs are just looking at each other like, who's going to talk?
I know, and then I'm
No
like,
doubt.
Slay, can you save us?
Yeah, I got it, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. The week has been phenomenal. I think if you had to sum it up, the takeaways would be for me. When you come to these events, the trippy part is you find yourself walking away and cheering for people that are on rival teams, people that you never knew about, like
different coaches. It gives you an in-depth perspective on the growth that you're seeing from these kids, these young athletes, the mindset that they have, which is sometimes jaded by what we see in the national media because so many people do silly things, but the characters that they're bringing in here, man, they all have that good character. So it's a big salute to the coaches that they pick. And if these are the people that lead their programs, I like where it is, man. In each program, not as a whole, right?
As far as where we are in college athletics, but collectively.
Yeah. So I know I kind of gave Tampa a hard time. I'm like, why are we going to Tampa? I really like Tampa.
Yeah, it was
like we had a great family night, and just to talk about how versatile this show is.
Yeah,
about family night. Well, then we go to Burns Steakhouse last night, which was unbelievable with like sommeliers and what was it, 95,000 bottles of wine in their cellar, or 135,000 or something. But 95 is what the consistent number is.
You were in heaven when we took the tour of the wine cellar.
Oh, it was amazing.
Dry aging their own beef.
They had bottles from 1904.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. I tell you, I'll put some pictures out of all of it.
Well,
and then the best part. So Missouri offensive lineman, I think Caden told us about the dessert room upstairs, and so we got to experience it last night. And holy moly, it was the best creme brulee I've ever had. You go up to your own room. You can pick up the phone and call the live piano player and tell him what song you want to hear.
Yeah.
In your little table upstairs in the dessert bar.
So they made these little semicircle rooms out of old wine barrels.
Yes.
Yeah. And so that's and each room is it's very personal.
Yeah.
We were there for 3 hours, and when we left,
we would have been there longer.
After we had our dinner,
we kind of rushed out.
And then our guy Lee, who is actually named Mark, but there was already a Mark that worked there, so he had to go by Lee because the chef can't deal with two people named the same.
Nobody can have the same name there.
And he gave us a tour of the kitchen, which was amazing.
Yeah.
The wine cellar, and then we did the dessert thing. So when we get done, we go down to the lobby. Everything's dark. All the lights are out. We were the last ones there.
Last ones.
We closed it down.
That we walk outside, our car sitting right out front from valet, just waiting for us. Only car out there.
Also, 100% convinced there's something. It's haunted at some point.
I
was standing in a dark dining room waiting for Alyssa to go to the bathroom, and I'm like,
creepy.
There's definitely something.
Also, shout out to your pregnant wife who was able to drive us around.
That was awesome.
Shout out to Burns with the dry cleaners coming through with the pants.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh, y'all, the best story. I got to put this video out. So they have a dress code. You have to wear long pants. When we made the reservation, we didn't look at it or whatever. So then we get here and Slay's like, man, my suitcase was too small. I couldn't fit everything in there. So I took my pants out. I took my long pants out, my jeans. I'm like, so you don't have any pants? He's like, no, I got no pants. So he puts on this like black collared shirt with black shorts. And I'm like, dude, you look amazing. Like, you look really stylish.
You look
he had his glasses. I'm like, you'll be fine. They're not going to kick you out because of that. Oh, no. Manager, sweetest woman ever.
Yes, she was.
Like, kind of pulls Slay aside, and she's like, hey, so we do have a dress code for the dining room. You have to wear pants, but I have all these pants upstairs. They've all been dry cleaned, blah, blah, blah. And Zeph's like, he's 6'8". There's no way you have pants that'll fit. And she's like, do you want to try?
Yeah.
And Slay's like, let's go.
Yeah. I listen. They said we had an opportunity to go in the lounge and eat, but it was about the experience that we were coming.
And that's
Which
exactly
we said. We were like,
was.
let's just go eat in the lounge. You don't have to put on pants.
No,
It was
put them on.
worth wearing stranger pants.
Yeah, they were capris.
Oh my gosh, y'all!
Yeah.
I hear him up
Not
there.
for most people.
Yes. So they go upstairs. We're waiting downstairs. I hear her from like far away say, "Oh yeah, well you get to show off your shoes." And I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be amazing." So I video Slay coming down the stairs. I'll put it out on Instagram.
Just ankles out.
You
at Dawn
laughing.
Davenport TN.
You laughing in the background will be amazing.
Yeah.
Slay took one for the
It was
team
like-
there.
They were capris.
Were they comfortable?
Well, he left his shorts on under him.
I mean, like, I wouldn't wear those.
Well, yeah, they're too short.
Yeah,
Really?
but
Yeah,
you said,
'cause it
were
came
they
to your
comfortable? It's
shin.
like, I'm not wearing them. I'm like, I don't know if they're comfortable or not. I was just trying to be there.
You're just trying to be there.
Just
It
in the
was
moment.
Way to be a team
amazing.
player, Slay.
Yep.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
It was amazing.
Back at it in studio tomorrow. We appreciate you guys participating with the show always. We love that you are there for us as we are for you. Our coverage of SEC Media Days in Tampa, presented by Wholesale Supply, built to supply, trusted to deliver, and by eSpaces, exceptional office space for every business locally owned and operated. Visit eSpaces.com. Appreciate you guys including us in your day and in your lives. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. Hopefully we were able to put a smile on your face at some point today. 3HL is most certainly organized chaos. Have a great night. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be unless you're getting a shout out to, yes, Tampa. Yours nothing.